A rivalry renews today that begun with the start of the new millennium. The Cougars have beaten the Saints 24 times in 25 games, but 8 of the last 10 matchups have been decided by one score or less. But if you ask Coach Curry, all that doesn't matter. They haven't played the 2023 Saints. It's a homecoming matchup we've all been waiting for, and it starts in just a few minutes on the USF Sports Network.
Happy homecoming, everybody. Welcome to Joliet Memorial Stadium, week number 5 of the St. Francis season. Nick Jacobs here, Coach Dan Sharp. Absolutely gorgeous day for the second weekend of fall. You'll take this all day long, right, Coach?
Oh, what a beautiful day for homecoming, a beautiful day for football. Not much wind. It's going to be a great football game today, and the fans, I think, are going to be treated to one of the best games of the year.
I'm hoping, yeah, for sure. The tailgating scene here today is outrageous as some of the alumni are coming in, and like you said, hopefully we give them a good one. Last couple games against the St. Xavier team have been very, very close. Even worth noting is when the games have been played. The last 4 years, the St. Xavier game, which meant a lot in terms of conference titles, in terms of playoffs, was the very last game of the year. This year, it's the very first conference game of the year, which, speaks to the nice weather that we're having. Last couple of games against St. Xavier, very, very close. 2 years ago here at the stadium, Coach, it was an awesome game. Came down to overtime. St. Xavier squeaked that one out. Last year up in their place in Chicago, 24-21. It's those type of games. Even though St. Xavier's got all the conference hardware, all the playoff appearances, St. Francis plays them tough every single year.
That's for sure. They've been, and this year, boy, what the Saints have done both on offense and defense is amazing. Defense giving up about a touchdown a game, a little over 6 points. Offense moving the ball, controlling the clock, limiting possessions for the defense, and their special teams is excellent as well. So I think this is going to be a great time to catch St. Xavier this year rather than the end of the year.
Yeah, let's hope so. And, last week it was against Taylor on the road as a 2-game road trip, so nice to be back home. What we saw last week that we haven't seen is Sam Tumulty throw the ball over the yard, a career high in passing yardage with 260. This is something I want to ask Coach Curry about. Let's welcome in head coach here for St. Francis, Coach Joe Curry. And
hey, Coach.
Last year you really showed how multi-dimensional that offense can be. We know you can run it, but man, you really showed the passing game last week.
Yeah, we really believe that we can throw it. Some people don't believe so, but we really do believe that we can throw it and run it. And I mean, it's no secret. We got to start with a running game. But once we get our running game rolling, and I think that last week, once we got our running game rolling a little bit, we struggled early, but once we got it rolling a little bit, kind of opened up some things for us in the passing game as well. And then, we were able to put some scores on when we needed them.
Defense is obviously clicking. Number one scoring defense in the.
I mean, they do a good job over there, and, it's just been one of those things that I've tried to, it's been the same mentality for us this year, every single week, as far as, hey, you know what, this 2023 team hadn't played them yet, and that's all that matters to us today. If we can come out today and play the way we're capable of, and we did have some guys who were, probably a little bit amped up in energy and those sort of things throughout the week, and a good thing as a coach, but I had to say, hey, calm down. Just take a deep breath. You're going to have to take a deep breath today and just relax, because we can't win a game on one play in the first quarter or the second quarter, whatever. This is going to be a 4-quarter battle. And, if I keep telling our guys, we keep going 1-0 every play, winning your individual battle. We do that for 4 quarters. I like where we'll sit at the end, and we'll see what happens.
Go get them, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.
Good luck, Coach.
So St. Francis has 3 co-conference titles under their belt. They have split 2 of them with the Cougars. St. Xavier, on the other hand, like we mentioned, 12 conference titles, 15 appearances. They have a national title under their belt too. Whoever wins this game, Coach, gets the inside track. Still a long season to go after it, but if you can come out of this game with a win, it really gives you the inside track in the conference title moving forward, doesn't it?
Well, if you ever look to a big game early in the season, this is the one, and it's great that we have them on our home field here today. It's homecoming. It's going to be exciting, and you expect to see the Saints play one of their best games of the year. Really looking forward to a great afternoon of football.
Been looking forward to this game since they lost last year. I couldn't be more excited. Let's go get them. It's St. Francis and St. Xavier. Where else would you rather be? It's the USF Sports Network.
The University of St. Francis in Joliet is a welcoming community of learners, ready to make you feel right at home. With a diverse student body that is a reflection of the community we serve, our students say over and over that USF truly feels like family. To get the excellent education and promising future you deserve, visit stfrancis.edu. Our home is your home. Make yourself comfortable at USF.
National anthem in the books here at a sun-drenched Joliet Memorial Stadium here on this Week 5 edition of St. Francis football. Nick Jacobs, Dan Sharp live high atop the stadium for this one against St. Xavier. The numbers have been regurgitated over the week, mostly by me. 25 games that these teams have played already. This is the 26th meeting. St. Francis has won just one of them. And you tell Coach Curry about it. He knows the numbers. The players know the numbers. But his response to that is always, well, they haven't played the 2023 Saints, trying to keep their mind on the task in front of them here today. So these two programs are so intertwined, Coach, and part of that is you. You've been a member of the St. Francis coaching staff to play against St. Xavier. You have been friends with, co-workers with, staff mates with a lot of the coaches for St. Xavier as well. When you look at the St. Francis-St. Xavier matchup, what comes to your mind?
Well, what you're going to see is two extremely well-coached football teams. I know coaches personally on both sides, and I know how hard they work. I know how in the nation playing here today is because of the outstanding coaching and work ethic of the two squads. So great people, great gentlemen. They care about these young men. They want to see these young men be successful, not only at the football field, but they want them to be successful the rest of their lives, and they do everything they can for them. And I would love my son to play for any one of these
no doubt
staffs.
About it. No doubt about
great young men.
80-degree temperatures, winds out of the south at about 8 miles an hour, so just a breeze as St. Francis is going to kick this one off, and we are underway here at the stadium. Mayday sends an end-over-end kick to one of the best returners in the country, Justin Pringle from the 8-yard line. Cuts it up from the right. Numbers tackled immediately upon first hit. Nick Mabudis there on special teams along with Joey Tumulty. Two names you're going to hear quite a bit on their respective sides of the ball. Joey Tumulty offensively leads the team in receptions. Nick Mabudis second in tackles. Had a 10-tackle performance just last week up at Taylor, which included, Coach, I don't know if you saw that on tape, but there was a fumble by the Taylor offense. Nick Mabudis saved the ball between his legs from going out of bounds, which led to a defensive touchdown for St. Francis. So Nick Mabudis doing the job from his safety spot. But we're going to start off with the St. Xavier offense on the field, and the first play of the game goes to Amari Venerable, and he's tackled by a host of Saints out at the 30-yard line, just a gain of 3 on the Venerable carry.
Well, St. Francis, great job off the bat right away, setting the edge. Great pursuit to the play, and for a minimal gain.
Second down at 7 coming up. It all goes through Stuart Ross for St. Xavier out of Springfield Southeast High School. This is his third game playing for this season, just under 55%, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick came in for Stuart Ross as we see a first down carry for St. Xavier. Going to go out toward midfield before Scott Tumulty escorts him out of bounds, and it's going to be a penalty, a late hit on Scotty. So we talked about penalties before the game here, Coach. St. Xavier coming in as one of the most penalized teams in the country, but if you're St. Francis, you got to keep it clean because I'll tell you, that St. Xavier offense does not need any help.
No, and I know the guys are really juiced up for the game today, and I think early on you're playing through some of this excitement, anxiety of the game, and you make mistakes like that. They got to, like Joe said in the pregame, they got to calm down a little bit and play within themselves. St. Xavier did a great job, hook block on the edge there, and, man, they got some speed. I didn't realize how fast those backs are.
You're going to see a lot of Amari Venerable. You're going to see some Justin Pringle, the wide receiver. He is not a stranger to the backfield, and he's actually going to line up as the tailback in this formation right now. 3 tailbacks in the backfield with Ross. The handoff goes to one of the fullbacks, and it's going to be a carry up to the St. Francis 31. That's going to be a pick of a 5 on first down. 2nd and 5 coming up for St. X at the Bernie 31.
Yeah, that was an interesting formation where they had the 2 backs in the backfield.
What would you call that? If we can break that down for just a second. You got the quarterback in the shotgun. You got 2 running backs on each side, one behind him. I guess a pistol-style formation.
Kind of similar to a wishbone look, you know. And it looks like the wishbone right there. And they ran option to one side and counter back the other way.
Flip here.
Now they're running a toss sweep.
It's Pringle running out of the backfield. Made a few St. Francis defenders miss up to the 26-yard line. 1 yard shy. So 3rd down and 1. 3rd down has been tough for St. X, but this one a bit more manageable with just 1. And it's something to keep in mind, too, when you look at some of the numbers. Maybe they're not St. Xavier-style numbers, especially offensively, but you got to understand they play one of the toughest schedules in the entire nation with Marion and Indiana Wesleyan as 2 of the losses for them. Here's 3rd and 1. Again on the ground, Cougars will pick up the first down. They needed 1. They got 2 up to the 25. That's going to be enough to move the chains on 3rd down. Just their 12th out of 50 tries.
Well, they're running a wishbone-style offense, and it's obvious they're trying to get the ball to their best player, Pringle, as often as they can in the running game, and they'll see him in the passing game. But it's a very interesting formation. They're running counter to one side, option to the other. Let's see if they come and run the option play this time to the right.
2 wide receivers, 1 on each side. That wishbone style set again. Ross to throw for the first time today. Rolling to his right, checks it down. Pressure was being put on defensively by Keybon Reese. Intended receiver was Venerable. Incomplete, 2nd down.
That did not fool the Saints at all. Their coverage was excellent. Everybody locked on and flowed well with the coverage. The defensive line did a great job containing. Quarterback who tried to roll out, nowhere to go. He had to throw the ball away. The Saints did a tremendous job on coverage that play.
They actually put 2 wide receivers in the backfield with Pringle and Hickson, along with Chavers, the running back to the right here of Ross. The clap, the snap, the handoff to Pringle again. Cuts it back, and he's hit and spun down at the 23. What we've seen usually go for no gain against some of the teams we've seen this year. It goes for about 3. So 3rd and 7. Here's one of those 3rd and mediums Coach talked about before the game. You need to win these reps right here.
This is a big down for the Saints. They've been very successful on 3rd down throughout the season. And St. Xavier has had trouble converting on 3rd down. So this is a big down early in the game.
And they're going to go to a more traditional spread look here. 4 wide receivers from the right hash. Chavers in the backfield with Ross. 1 single safety deep. He's going to shade over to Pringle's side. They're looking to that side down the seam. Batted away at the last second. That's a big play defensively. That was a nice ball and a nice cut, but for St. Francis, there to knock that one down. It looks like he's wearing 21, but that's got to be 31. Tavion Wells, the senior.
Yes, that was great coverage. The ball was thrown a little bit behind. He had it on the inside hip. If he would have let out, that could have been possibly a touchdown. But great coverage, knocked the ball away using his free hand and forcing the Xavier to kick a field goal here. That's a big stop for the Saints.
Peyton Bennis, the left-footed kicker, will line up for a 39-yarder. This is his 3rd field goal attempt. He is 2 for 2, well within his range here. The winds are calm. Snap is a bit high but down. Kick is low, going right, and it is no good. His first miss. St. Xavier's first offensive possession comes up empty. Great defensive stand there on 3rd down. And here comes the St. Francis offense. And, of course, the big question here, how is Sam Tumulty? He missed 2 weeks ago with a lower body injury. Came back last week, still clearly hobbled, did not have the running game, but threw for 260, a career high up at Taylor. So what is he going to provide this offense today? He's definitely going to have to run, Coach, because that pass rush for the Cougars is formidable.
Yes, and I'll tell you, special teams could be a big factor in a game of this magnitude, and we saw there that St. Francis won the first special team battle there.
St. Francis has it. First possession from their 23 on the ground up to the 25. A pickup of 3 on the first carry of the game. This one, it was Sam Tumulty out of his quarterback spot. a noticeable limp coming out of that huddle, but that's going to be something that I think we're going to see all day today. His older brother, Scotty, also a bit of a lower body injury, but he's had that for the last 2 weeks, including that incredible chase down, game-saving, touchdown-saving tackle he had up at Lawrence Tech. He had that injury then too, but still was over 25 miles an hour on his sprint. Here's Sam moving the tight end to the right in protection. Handoff, Haley looking for some holes. Found it, cuts it outside. Keenan Haley with a first down run up to the 40-yard line, and a first down for the Bernies.
Great blocking up front on the inside there. I think one of the big improvements I see in the Saints this year has been Haley. He's been running with authority. He's showed some quickness. I think, he's healthy. He's more comfortable in the offense, with Coach McCarthy's offense, and you're seeing it right there. Excellent run, gets to the outside, and he's a tough runner, but he's shown a little speed today as well.
5 wide, empty backfield here for Sam Tumulty now. 3 down linemen for the Cougars. Extra defensive back on the field. Sam dropping, looking, firing, threads the needle to his brother past the 50 to the 45. Another first down and pick up of 14 yards. How did he find the hole there?
Threw a nice ball right in the window there. A little curl route to the inside, a little slant, and he settled in the zone. Tumulty makes a great throw. Tumulty makes a great catch. And I'll tell you, they went 5 wide that time, and it got St. Xavier out of their 4-man front. They went to a 3-man front to try and cover all the 5 receivers. So it'll be interesting to see if they come back to that formation later in the game.
Yeah, not this time. 4 down for St. Xavier. 2 running backs in the backfield for Sam. He'll turn and keep it. Sprinting outside, up the middle, hit hard, and a gain of 3 for Sam Tumulty. Hard-fought 3 yards, and it's not going to come as easy as it has the last 4 weeks for St. Francis's offense.
Big substitution for St. Xavier. They brought 4 guys in. 4 guys went out. At that time, the safety, the strong side safety, made a great play of kind of just spilling that play to the outside and came up make a tackle. He kind of put Tumulty in a position where he really had no place to run on the edge there.
2nd and 7 here in St. Xavier territory at the 41-yard line. Again, the tight end moves right to left in Friddle. Snap. Sam looking, has to hurry. Fires on the run, has a man open, diving catch. Jake Friddle down to the 25-yard line. A couple St. Xavier defenders ran into each other, giving Sam a lot more time. Watch here at the end.
There's a nice block on the edge there, but the crossing routes are some of the best routes in football, and Friddle stayed on his route as Tumulty got flushed to his outside. Made a great catch. We noticed that Friddle is such a great blocker, but boy, he's an excellent receiver as well. Stayed on his route, multiple crossing routes. Wait till he comes open. Tumulty's patient, pays off in a first down.
26 yards on the catch. 4th catch of the season for Friddle out of his tight end spot. We're going to go 3 wide receivers now. Ball right hash. Keenan Haley, left of Sam, and a timeout on the field. It's called by St. Francis. Moving the ball well here on their first possession of the game.
Got some action early in the game.
Yeah, we do.
Nick? It's a great offense up and down the field. Defenses, St. Francis defense stiffened down there in the red zone, and now let's see if they can knock it in once they get down here. They're inside the 30-yard line, about the 25-yard line. Interesting the different formations we've seen. I haven't seen that 5 wide one recently, but it's interesting that it took St. Xavier took a defensive lineman out, and that may help with the pass rush a little bit.
It is homecoming here, biggest crowd we've seen, and the weather's cooperating for sure. 80 degrees, pretty warm down on the field today. We're going to hope to maybe speak with some of our returning football alumni. I know I saw Chris Johnson in the stands. We saw Ryan King. Mr. Pat Stroh's senior is here as well. We'll see if we can catch up with them when the opportunities present themselves here throughout the game. We'll try not to miss a snap for you here, though. First down for St. Francis after the timeout. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Gavin Day, nope, Sam's going to try to keep it. He's going to have to outrun that St. Xavier defense left. Pushed out of bounds around the 21-yard line, but that's a nice run. They mark him down at the 22, so a pickup of 4.
Do you think St. Xavier is keying Tumulty?
And I'll tell you something, too. Sam he looks a lot better running the ball than he did last week.
They look like a team portrait chasing him down on the side there. They were all after him.
The entire defense. Oh, that's great. Haley to the right of Tumulty this time. 3 wide receivers. Dezion Jordan is left. 2 safeties deep for the Cougars. Sam takes the snap, looking into the flat. Dan Getch has it, and he bowls over a Cougar around the 14-yard line. They'll mark him at the 15. That is another first down for St. Francis, moving the chains. 1st and 10 at the St. Xavier 15-yard line. And, hey, the longer you keep that St. Xavier defense on the field, the better.
Well, again, a great design play there where they ran the quick out, and protection was good, but you could see that McCarthy's going to try and have Tumulty get the ball out of his hands quick to avoid that. And then, of course, the ability for him to run. So it'll be interesting to see if that slows down that front 4.
Dan Getch, 6 catches, over 70 yards now on the season. Much more of a participant in the passing game, more than a blocker as he typically is. All-conference tight end as a blocker. Sam, his pass is batted down right at the line of scrimmage. Getting his big paw up there to knock it down was Justin Yazell, the sophomore defensive end. Leads the team in sacks, but got a pass breakup there.
Well, again, that's if they're getting the ball out quick and those out routes, the next thing you want to do is if you don't have enough time to get to the pass rush, you get in the pass lane and watch how he gets in the pass lane, jumps up, times it just right because everything's off a 3-step timing there. That's what the defensive lineman timed. Well-coached defense of Bill McEwen's crew there.
9th play of the drive coming up for St. Francis, and it's Tumulty again inside the 5. That's a pickup of 9 and a first down and goal coming up for the Bernies.
Well, against the 4-man front, what you want to do is own the B gap on offense. You want to be able to, block out the tackle, block down on the guard, and St. Francis did an excellent job of opening up the B gap there for a quarterback Tumulty to run through. Also an excellent fake by Haley coming to the left to freeze the backside linebackers. St. Francis are executing their offense extremely well here in the first quarter.
2 tight ends to the right of the line. That's where Keenan Haley is as well. What do you think is going to happen here? How about quarterback run right? Snap, quarterback run, cuts it up the middle, trying to find the goal line. He is a bit shy. That's still a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 2 now for the Brown and goal.
A good call, Nick. They ran the exact same play, but that time the defensive tackle made an excellent play of getting into the B gap and then stopping Tumulty just short of the end zone.
Yeah, St. Francis's offense isn't really about trickery. It doesn't take a Hall of Fame football mind like yourself here to figure some things out.
Well, they got the 2 tight ends over to the right now and Haley to the right, so they're overloading the right side. Yep.
Same formation here for Sam. That's where the defense is looking as well. Sam fakes right, counters, touchdown St. Francis. And with that touchdown, Sam Tumulty is now tied with John Larson for 2nd place on the career touchdown list for St. Francis. 6-0 Saints.
Outstanding call. They ran Tumulty to the right B gap 2 plays in a row. He takes a jab step like he's going the same way, and they counter back. And look at the execution. Look at the down block by the left sideline, and look at the kick out and the tight end up following up through. Unbelievable play. Great execution. St. Francis, what a drive.
Mayday finishes it off with the extra point. How about this? St. Francis's defense comes in, holds St. Xavier to nothing on the first drive. The offense comes on and goes 11 plays, 78 yards, taking 6 minutes off the clock, giving their defense a huge breather. 6 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Saints here on homecoming so far. I try not to get too excited because it is just the first quarter, and there's something that Coach Feminis and Yanul and McEwen do so well, it's adjust.
And here, Fiddle made a great catch earlier in this drive, and look at him come up through, the pulling on the counter play, pulling up through, makes an outstanding block to get Tumulty free to walk in the end zone. Friddle played at Wilmington, and if you play tight end at Wilmington for Coach Reeds and Coach Barry Southall, who's also a graduate of St. Francis, you have to block. And he has just been one of the best blockers, tight ends, that I've seen in a while. And right there, he proved it again in getting Tumulty into the end zone.
Go ahead, Coach.
No, I said along with the offensive line, did a great job of sealing off the left side.
6th touchdown of the season for Sam Tumulty, 37 for his career. Going to go down as one of the all-time Saints before it's all said and done from number 2. Mayday, who's going to squib this one across the ground, takes a nice big hop to one of the hands of the upbacks. And taken down at the 32. That's just to try to keep it out of the hands of Justin Pringle. The return was there for Kyle Quinn, the wide receiver by trade.
Exactly. That was out of respect for their great returner.
We're talking about two of the best returners in the country right now. Of course, you know what Scott Tumulty can do. Justin Pringle right up there as well in kick and punt returns in the country.
It's not a bad idea. You give up 8 yards rather than a chance for him to take it all the way.
Pringle's kickoff returns average 42 yards, so that's a net gain for St. Francis there. That does include a 100-yard touchdown return. He is the second best kick returner in the nation with a 42-yard average. Here is Ross again, nothing downfield, checks it down. Collision at the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 7 yards. Well, they're going to give him the 41, so second down and 2 coming up. Pitch out was to Venerable, the running back.
St. Francis dropped 8 there playing straight zone. They're going to force them to check down. They're not going to give – one of the things we talked about earlier, Nick, is the big plays that St. Xavier has. They're forcing them to check things down and then coming up and tackle them.
4 wide receivers, more traditional look. They're going to keep it on the ground again to Venerable, but he's hit right at the line. Michael Johnson making his first tackle. Gain of 1, 3rd and 1 coming up. Big play by number 52.
Oh, that guy was born to be a nose guard, man. What a load. Great play there. Filling the gap, making a great tackle on the play. Look at him fill the gap and blow it up. Wow.
Out of IC Catholic, his older brother Chris, a great inside linebacker for St. Francis last couple of years, enjoying the game from the stands today. Jet motion that goes again to Quinn off the outside. He'll pick up a first down to the 49. Moves the chains for the Cougars out near midfield. 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Saints up a touchdown.
Nice execution. St. Francis was up there tight to take away the inside run or sneak, and they ran a quick jet play to get to the outside to get the first down. Again, that shows the respect St. Xavier has for the front 3 of St. Francis.
Spread, empty backfield again here for Stuart Ross. Right at midfield. Jet motion again. They play action. He's looking downfield. Nothing there. Pressure. That's a coverage sack. Pat Strosia finishes it off for the Saints. Now with 2.5 sacks on the season, that goes for a loss of 9. 2nd and 19 coming up.
The relentless work of Pat Strosia. He just kept driving through his man like kind of a bull rush coming off the edge there. And a 3-man rush, and they get to him. If they can get to pressure with 3 men, it's going to be a tough day for St. Xavier.
They're going to bring more. They saw the run coming. Here's Venable right up the middle, though, and he gets all the way back to the original line of scrimmage +2, so they take away 9, but St. Xavier on an inside run picks up 11, so 3rd down and 8 after the sack.
Yeah, right up the middle. Good zone blocking inside. But St. Francis, this is a situation where they excel on defense. 3rd and long.
Jesse Plunkett in at running back now for St. Xavier with 4 wide receivers here on 3rd and 8. Quinn motions to the left. Ross drops back. Here comes Johnson. And they get to him again in the backfield. 2nd sack in the last 3 plays. This one goes to Mike Johnson, the nose tackle. The defensive line making their presence felt, and that brings up 4th down for the Cougars, and they're going to have to punt it away. We talked about the danger of Justin Pringle as a return man. We got one of our own here in the brown and gold as well. Scott Tumulty standing back is the 17th best punt returner, averaging 11 yards per punt return.
Well, they brought a double blitz inside that time, and that forced all those linemen to go one-on-one. There was no help. And when you got our front 3 rushing and they're one-on-one, it's a great thing for the Saints. And, again, they made their presence known with their pass rush.
Drive is 6 plays, only 12 yards. Tumulty comes up to return, but he's immediately taken down. That's a great special teams tackle for St. Xavier. Making that hit was Nico Uriarte out of Oak Lawn. They list him as a defensive lineman, but he don't move like a defensive lineman.
Oh, he ran down the field well, avoided the blocks. Both coverages of both teams have been very good so far, but that was a great open field tackle.
Appreciate everyone listening on WCSF and, of course, watching on our St. Francis YouTube channel. Hey, Patrick Keating wants to know that Sharpie's doing a good job, so you're getting some love here on our YouTube channel there, Coach.
Patrick Keating's one of the best, man, working in the business. He's worked for ABC and many others. So
here's Haley escorted out of bounds after a loss of 1 or 2.
That's a nice compliment from someone that's well respected in the business.
We appreciate everyone listening or watching wherever that may be. I know this airs on tape delay for Channel 6 here in Joliet, and of course our YouTube channel with our live broadcast. We appreciate everyone, especially all the alumni who couldn't make it in today watching. We appreciate you.
Well, Pat Keating, he's an alumni, proud alumni of St. Francis.
Gavin Day motions out and back in. Play action to him. Sam wants to throw. Nothing there. Has to get rid of it. Gets it to Day, and he's immediately bottled up and pushed rudely out of bounds around the 17-yard line. So 2 plays for St. Francis offense, 2 negative plays in a row.
Well, the pressure really affected that. We had a crossing route open right as he was reaching the middle of the field, and but Tumblety was already backpedaling trying to avoid the rush and couldn't get the ball off. This is where the St. Xavier pass rush really affects the game in a sense that we have open receivers, but we just couldn't get the ball to them.
Man coverage here for St. Xavier. Only 1 linebacker in the middle of the field. Everyone else either on the line or in the secondary. Blitz and another false start, so 3 plays in a row going backward for St. Francis.
Well, St. Xavier was looking to work a little stunt there. They're going to take their defensive end work to the outside and bring the outside linebacker right up through the C gap there. And I think that St. Francis kind of, saw that coming and got a little anxious there and created the false start. But they're going to play some games up front with their blitzes, it looks like.
So what do you do here if you're 3rd down and a mile? You just kind of run it and settle for the punt?
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could get at least half of this back to give your punter a little room to get the ball out of there.
4 wide receivers. Haley to the right of Tumblety. Again, pressure being shown by St. Xavier. They don't bring it. They just rush 3. Sam steps up, fires, and it is nearly complete, but a huge hit across the middle there. That was Pete Sumis, his first target of the season, and he got blown up there at the end and incomplete. That was a nice, clean play. Ball got there, hit got there. And now the punt unit out for St. Francis.
Well, the middle linebacker, Finn Brandon, it looked like he might have tipped that ball. He got deep in his drop and may have, made the ball move and forced our receiver to adjust. And then what a great play by the safety to knock the ball free.
Need a good one here from Mayday. Justin Pringle, the dangerous return man, standing at his own 46. Good snap. Brian, end-over-end kick, and that's going to bounce, which is good, and bounces right to a Tumblety. Thank you very much. And that will roll down and be downed at the 38-yard line. That could not have been any better, and that's a great punt, around 50 yards for Brian Mayday.
Yeah, that's outstanding, 50-yard punt, and their best receiver couldn't catch it the way he kicked it. With one receiver back, Pringle back, you could really directional kick your punts and keep the ball away from them.
Under a minute to go here, first quarter. Here comes the St. Xavier offense for the 3rd time. First time, missed a field goal. Second opportunity, went and had to punt it away. Here's their 3rd chance with Stuart Ross and company. Motion from Pringle, handoff, running. Minimal gain, 2 or 3 yards there.
Yeah, a little motion, then a little counter play back to the left. The Saints were right there for it. Defensive line stringing out their blocks. Great pursuit. I like the way the St. Francis defense looking tonight. Playing very well.
I believe that was Plunkett on the carry. He'll be in the backfield again. Again, 4 wide receivers. Under 30 seconds to go in the quarter. 2nd down and 7. Ross to throw. Down the middle. Wide open is Quinn with the diving catch at the St. Francis 38-yard line and a big first down. And we see it time and time again. If there's a weak part of the St. Francis defense, it's that deep crossing route right in front of the safeties.
Yeah, they ran the safeties off with the 2 vertical routes on the outside and came in a dig route to the middle and wide open. Nice timing on that play from the quarterback receiver.
Flips the field. They'll keep it on the ground. Plunkett, a nice run. Tripped up just at the very last second by Carson Hansen. Would have been a first down, but it's going to be 2nd and 4 instead as the horn goes off to end quarter number 1. St. Francis up 7-0 here after the first 15. We'll take a 30-second break when we come back. Quarter number 2. Stick around. It's St. Francis football on WCSF in the St. Francis Sports Network.
For me, it was just love at first sight. I came here and I knew that the people here really cared.
That's their one goal, is to see you walk across that stage and to have a successful life.
The professors and the university really do prepare their students for the real world.
When I came here, I got my voice, I got my independence, I got that sense of I can make an impact.
USF education isn't just teaching you what you need to know about your field. It's teaching you what you need to know to make the world a better place.
Welcome back to Joliet Memorial Stadium as we flip sides. St. Francis 4-0 for the first time since 2008, which happens to also be the same year the last time they beat St. Xavier way back when. It's been 15 years and 16 games since the Saints have beaten the Cougars. But these two editions have never met, so we'll see how this one goes. We've got one quarter in the books. St. Francis with a nice, long, sustained drive on their touchdown. Last drive, yards were hard to come by. St. Xavier has it now, 2nd down and 4. Ross claps. They go to Pringle on the wide receiver screen. And he's hit out of bounds by Jalen Cooper at the 29, which is just what they needed to move the chains. 1st down.
Yeah, when they put the 3 receivers into the boundary, you're most likely going to see a screen there, or going to try and isolate the single receiver to the wide side of the field. See if they come back to putting the 3 receivers in the boundary again, if they go up on top to the single receiver.
1st down for St. Xavier. Counter left. I believe that was Venerable up to the 25.
They're making a steady diet of that counter to the left side against the Saints. I don't know if something they saw there, or they just it's been very successful for the last 2 drives, and we've seen quite a bit of that, the counter to the left side.
Gain of 3 only on the play. 2nd and 7 here. 5 wide again. Let's see if they can get to Ross here. Rushing 3 are the Saints. Ross, plenty of time this time. He's going to have to roll left. Fires on the run to Pringle, looking for the near pylon here, and just a bit overshot, incomplete. 3rd down and 8. Here's another one of those 3rd downs.
Well, I like the way St. Francis is dropping their zone coverage, being down this close to the end zone. They had 8 guys in coverage. Excellent job. There was no one to throw the ball to. Pringle broke open late, but still, they had excellent coverage on top and in the underneath zones as well.
Patrick Keating says he kind of wishes he was covering this game instead of the game he's got to cover tomorrow. I think Bears and Broncos, yeah, it doesn't sound as much fun as Saints and Cougars, does it? Here we go. 5 wide again. Empty backfield. Pressure as he's thrown downfield, and it is caught in the end zone. The flag comes in, but it's not going to matter. Kyle Quinn with an amazing one-handed grab for the touchdown. It's going to go 28 yards for the 6.
Could this be against the offense? Pass interference?
The officials will confer. I'm not sure if the St. Francis defender got turned around. It looks like the players are pretty content lining up for the extra point. Yeah. It is against St. Francis. They will decline it. It'll be the first touchdown of the game for St. Xavier. There goes the shutout, Coach.
Well, St. Francis did everything right on that play, and it all went wrong. They had great pressure, hit the quarterbacks. He threw the ball. It ended up causing the ball to sail, and just happened to just catch, our back, or actually our defensive back looked like he slipped down. And
that's what they do. They got playmakers on St. Xavier, and I guess you weren't going to shut them out today. So first 1 minute of our second quarter ends up with 6 from St. Xavier, and the jawing back and forth has begun between the teams. Stuart Ross goes to Quinn, 27 yards officially on the touchdown. The second score of the season for Kyle Quinn on his 6th catch. Stuart Ross connects for the 5th time today, or 5th time this season, I should say. And Stuart Ross actually was the backup quarterback coming into the season. Aiden Ross out of Joliet Catholic, the starter for the first 2 games. Plays a little bit of a different game, a little bit more athletic, right? I know he threw 6 interceptions through those first 2 games, but he brought a different dimension.
Oh, he's an outstanding athlete. I remember him at Joliet Catholic, and as a matter of fact, I remember him when he was in little itty-bitty coming to our camps with Mike Uremovic, and I ran to camp here. He was always the fastest kid at camp, and he always had the strongest arm. A tremendous athletic quarterback, and it's a shame that he had the season-ending injury, but I'm sure he'll bounce back for the Cougars next year.
Talking about alumni, and it doesn't get more successful than that guy we're looking at right now, Coach Feminist, the first recruit ever for St. Francis, wasn't he?
That's right. Back he played for Marian Catholic, and in 1985 was my last year at Joliet Catholic along with Gordy, and we played against Feminist, and he had a great game, and Gordy went over to shake hands with head coach Dave Matteo, and then he put his arm around Mike Feminist, and as they walked across the field, Feminist commit before they hit the track. Gordy had his first recruit in 1985 for the 86 season, and Fem's done a great job as a player, All-American, assistant coach at St. Francis, and look what he's done the past 25 years at Xavier.
Yep, he was the defensive player of the year in the country in his senior year, and still is the career leader in tackles for St. Francis as he coaches against his old team yet again today.
Mask.
And there's the flags coming for the face mask on Scott Tumulty. The return was up to the 31-yard line. It'll be 15 more tacked on to the end.
Yeah, that was pretty good coverage, but boy, you saw that head snap, and you knew right away that was the face mask.
See it again here. Oh, yeah, he was running. Oh, that's dangerous, too, because he was running by, and he had to reach back for the face mask. That's a dangerous style of a play right there, so they're going to mark off 15. And Scott Tumulty with the return. His younger brother Sam will come out with the offense.
Yeah, he looks like he's okay, Sam.
Yeah, Mike.
Scott.
Yeah, one of them. One of the Tumulties. 2 out of the 3 have injuries that they're playing with today. Joey probably does. We just haven't heard about it. First down for St. Francis after the penalty up to their own 41. 4 down linemen showing, and they're going to bring 7. They're going to run it right at it, though. There goes Sam past the 50. Spun down at the 45, and another field flipping run for St. Francis. Tumulty takes it from the 40 to the 40. A 20-yard carry moves the chains again.
It's so difficult with the way the Saints carry out their play fakes. They fake the play, running play to the right with Haley leading, and next thing you know, Scott's holding the ball and taking off on the left-hand side. It's so hard for linebackers to find the football the way the Saints handle the ball in the backfield. And, of course, the blocking up front, especially on that left side, has been excellent.
2 running backs, 1 on each side of Sam here. 2 receivers right, Des Jordan and Hartsfield to the wide side. Play action, Haley throwing in some traffic, tipped in, incomplete. Those are the dangerous passes that get tipped on those crossing routes. That was
Brandon again.
Yep, looking
Same
for
thing
Dave.
he did last series. Gets deep drop, gets his hand up.
2nd and 10 for St. Francis.
Boy, they got a good push too, St. Xavier there. Sam had nowhere to step up and throw that ball either. He was in a lot of traffic.
Sam 4 for 7 through the air for 34 yards with 13 minutes to go in the first half. 2nd and 10. Running right with Gavin Day. Haley out front to block. It goes for no gain. Nicely tracked down by that St. Francis defense. Their first, Tyler Barnett, the safety.
Again, strung out real well. They defensive front made sure they spilled that play to the outside, and here come the safeties and linebackers in to make a play.
Justin Yezel, the defensive end, I was out there too. Yezel, a bit undersized, but still leads the team in sacks from that right guard spot, or nose tackle perhaps. Here's Sam. Throwing to the boundary, and Des Jordan leapt for it, but a flag comes in. It was defended by Kevin Countryman, the Providence Catholic graduate out of Morris. We'll see if it goes against the red or the yellow here. Offenses are not moving downfield, so it's going to go against St. Xavier, though. That'll be an automatic first down for St. Francis as they move the chains.
St. Francis is doing a good job with their backs pass blocking. They're blocking low. They're taking the feet out from those defensive ends. Remember, early in the game, they were able to block a pass to the to the outside. Now you see the Saints taking the blockers down low, bringing their hands down, opening passing lanes for the quarterback on those out routes. Open that lane for Tumulty.
Second penalty of the game for St. Xavier. Penalties have been an issue for them. That's the second time it's ended up in a first down. For the Saints, still a little bit of discussion.
Yeah, that was a big third down conversion right there.
St. Xavier averages 91 yards per game on penalties, which is one of the most in the country. They're still trying to discuss exactly the ball placement? Are they deciding is it from the original spot or from the spot of the penalty?
Wonder if they're determining it was a 15-yard penalty or a spot.
Well, they put the ball down at the 24, which is a first down. St. Francis has another great opportunity for points on the board here if they can keep moving forward with 12:22 remaining in the half. 3 wide receivers. Getch in the slot left, but they're going to run it with Sam again between the guard and tackle. Bounces outside. Speeds and thrown out of bounds near the first down marker. We'll see where they spot it. If anything, it's going to be second and short. Sam Tumulty. How fun is it to watch him run?
He's amazing. It's the same play they've been running. You know, they fake that sweep to the right. There goes Tumulty to the left. It looked like, I don't know if that was a counter of his own, but man, he's an outstanding competitor, great runner. Again, he's stretching the field. They look like they're running right, and he's running left.
Handoff Haley, inside run. That'll be enough for a first down up to the 10-yard line. They needed 1, they got 5.
Boy, is he running hard.
This is the best I've seen Keenan Haley run in a Saints uniform.
I'm telling you, the 1-2 punch of Haley and Tumulty in the running game, then you got play action off of that. Saints are in great rhythm. McCarthy's got them executing very well here tonight.
First down and 10 from the 11-yard line for the Saints. One-on-one coverage out here with Joey Tumulty if they want to try it. Sam's going to keep it. Counters right. Makes one miss. He's not going to. Oh, he almost escaped that second tackle, so he ended up picking up a yard on the play.
I mean, there's nothing there. He is so quick in a small space to make guys. I mean, they're right there on him, and he's making a miss, getting to the line of scrimmage on a play that looked like it should have been a 4 or 5 yard loss. Look at that quick move right there. He's just. It's like in the movie Rocky. Try to catch the chicken, Rocky. You can't catch this guy.
It's the first time anyone's called Sam Tumulty a chicken, but in a good way.
No, yeah.
In a positive way. We mean it in a good way, Sam. Don't you're chicken.
Like St. Xavier's got to start chasing chickens around. Get better.
Here comes the blitz from the Cougars. Sam's going to try to run around it, and not much there, but a penalty comes in. Yep, that's going to be. Dan Getch getting into it a little bit with the St. Xavier leader in tackles, Terry Elias. He threw a punch there at the end, but it was behind the referee who wasn't looking. The penalty is actually going to be the hold on the carry, not the punch at the end.
Well, you know, the play was designed to go outside, so as the linemen are running an outside zone, and then Tumulty cut it back up inside. A lot of times you'll end up grabbing because a defensive player changes direction. And I think that's what happened on that play when Sam cut it up inside. One of the tackle or tight end out that side had grabbed a hold of someone.
And the offense for St. Francis wants
it's an official timeout.
Yeah, we have an injured player. Looks like one of the offensive linemen. That's something you don't need if you're the Saints, is to have to start shuffling around offensive linemen against this real tough St. Xavier defensive pressure that they bring. Do you see the homecoming crowd today, the tailgaters on the off the south end zone in the parking lot, absolutely slammed. I'm not sure we've seen a homecoming as beautiful and as packed as we've seen it here today as the St. Xavier Francis team huddled up. There you go. Look at that. They're making wings back there, ribs, chicken, maybe a cold beverage or two over there. It's been a a fun afternoon so far, and the team hoping to continue the fun. They tied right now, 7-7 with 10.5 to go in the first half.
I think it was Ryland Hirsick that got injured on that play.
Starting left guard.
Let's hope he's okay.
Redshirt sophomore Nalazi will check in on that offensive line. Playing center, it looks like, so a new center. Oh, no, I'll take that back. He's the left guard. Tight ends on each side here for St. Francis on second down after the penalty, 2nd and 20. And Dan Getch jumps off sides again. 2 penalties in a row. This is the second drive, Coach, where we've seen multiple penalties by St. Francis.
Yeah, and down here in the red zone, too. So hopefully they can clean that up. Here comes Ryland back in. That's good to see.
And that probably takes them out of field goal range, too. They had it 1st down and 10 at the 11-yard line. Now it's 2nd down and 25 because of 2 straight penalties. I think we're going to have a quarterback run here. I'm not sure they're going to let it. I think they're just going to try to get some of these yards back. I look for Sam to try to keep it here.
Now they brought a wide receiver over to the short side with 2 tight ends and Haley, so they're really overloading the right side here.
Have we seen this before? Nope, it's going to be a run. Haley, but he's tackled up right at the point of attack at the 25, only 1 yard there, so 3rd down and a mile. We might just try to run it and give Brian Mayday a chance. We'll see what their plan is here. Do you like a throw here, or do you like a run? What do you think?
I would probably throw in this situation. But again, with Tumulty, the way he can run the ball, he may take a pass and make it into a run, too, for a big gain. So
ain't nothing wrong with that.
I would look to throw the ball here.
Keenan Haley is on the right hip of Tumulty, presumably for protection. 4 wide receivers out there. Ball right hash, 3rd and 24.
Zone coverage. There's the pressure.
Jump throw over to Jordan. He pretty much just threw that one away. And a penalty flag comes in. If that's a roughing the passer, that's going to change things a little bit.
Yes, it will.
Here, take a look again. Let's see if we notice something here at the end of this play. Throws it. Oh, we didn't see it, but it looked like he did not pull up, and it will be a roughing the passer penalty.
Well, it was Anderson.
Automatic 1st down.
Yeah, wow. Anderson, the defensive end that got in there and just hit him a little late, and that's a huge break for the Saints.
Wow, it was 3rd and a mile, and that turns into an automatic 1st down. Penalties again for St. Xavier. You just don't ever see that.
And this was a big penalty. This isn't,
game-changing if they can score it. Yeah.
Because they would have had it gone for it on 4th down because they were out of field goal range at the time.
Jabari Anderson, the DN, picks up the huge roughing the passer penalty.
Exact same formation.
Snap to Sam.
Oh,
give
beautiful.
to Haley. Big hole, but filled up quickly, and there comes the ball. St. Xavier jumps on it at their own 2. We talked about it, Coach. The fumbles. St. Francis has now fumbled it 10 times this season. You can't give them extra chances, and you just kill a scoring drive.
Well, it was a beautifully set up play, too. They put tight end in motion, slide motion, and he led right up through the B gap just like a fullback lead play. They had a nice hole, good gain, but they came in and stripped the ball late, and you're right, got to hold that thing high and tight, protect that ball. After you were just given a great break with the penalty, and you're able to, and then the ball goes right back to St. Xavier. We'll credit them for making the play defensively.
Tyler Barnett ripped it away. Hand off to Venerable behind his guard, spinning. Put down at the 11. And picks up 7 on the play. 2nd and 3 from Amari Venerable. Coach Curry and company thinking about that for a while. That's a huge penalty on St. Xavier, but another turnover.
Well, it's sudden change now. You look for your defense and try and keep them down here, force them to punt out of the end zone.
That was the 10th fumble, the 5th loss.
There you go.
Here's Chavers.
Beautiful.
Finished on the play by T.J. Neal, hit first by Scott Tumulty.
The Tumulty come flying up like a rocket there and forced the play back inside, almost made the tackle. Look at him come flying up, read and run. Forced the play back to the inside where they were able to finish it.
3rd and 1. And they're going to empty out the backfield, spread 5 wide for St. Xavier on 3rd and 1 at their own 13. Stuart Ross, venerable motions, sweep, cuts it back, diving for the pylon. I don't think he made it here, Coach.
I don't know if he made it back to the line of scrimmage. I think St. Francis defense was prepared for that. When they went 5 wide, they're going to have to put someone in motion to handle the ball. They ran a jet sweep earlier in the quarter to get a first down. Now they run the jet sweep, and St. Francis had it all strung out.
They lose 1. It's 4th down and, well, I guess they say no gain. So 4th and 1, but they're going to go for it. They must have a play that they really like to get 1 yard, because you're deep in your own territory here with 7.5 minutes to go in the half. They're going to take a timeout.
Yeah. Either that or try and draw St. Francis offside possibly.
There's Feminist. Takes the timeout by St. Xavier. Big 4th down play coming up. Let's see how they do here on 4th down, because this season they're only 4 for 12, 33% on 4th. Now, again, whenever we talk about statistics for St. Xavier, it comes with the caveat of their schedule. They have played a much tougher schedule than St. Francis has this year, with the likes of Marion, who they only lost to by a touchdown, Indiana Wesleyan, who's number 5 in the country, beat Valparaiso 2 weeks ago. They lost to them by 1 point. So some of the astereotypical numbers for St. Xavier come with the caveat that they played 2 of the best teams in the country.
And I believe they're playing Saginaw Valley later, too.
So, they got number 13 St. Francis today. They got a D2 school next week. If it's not the toughest schedule in the NAIA, it's in the top 5.
Well, that's Mike Feminist. He likes to play the best. And when he was a player here, we played a lot of those GLIAC schools, those Division II schools like Grand Valley State and that. So he, I think he enjoys that competition.
Keep in mind here, if it's not Stuart Ross, okay, so Stuart Ross is in. They go with that wishbone formation again. No, they're going to punt it. That's going to go to Pringle. He's going to punt it away. He's a great punter, and that one is a beauty. But it takes a nice St. Francis hop, so St. Francis will get it back at their own 46. They got Justin Pringle, who can punt it. They got Chavers, who also has been known to punt in those non-traditional formations.
Well, what you're trying to do is, the psychology of 4th down. You're not going to give the ball away right away. And when you have a reputation of going for it in your own end zone or in your own zone there, you have a tendency for teams to have to respect that. So what they basically did by going to that formation is take Tumblety out of the return. There was no one back to return the ball, and we're able to get the ball out past the 50. I think it was an excellent call, excellent execution. And those are the things you do on the special teams to try to create an advantage. You did not want to have to kick it out of the end zone to Tumblety, who could bust that thing easily for 50 yards.
Here we go with Sam, 1st and 10. Pitch out to the left. Nice ball out to Friddle. Puts his right forearm into the defender to pick up 9.
Yeah, there's Friddle again. My guy, I tell you what.
I love him.
He's doing everything well today.
That's a tough catch.
Nice little peel route out to the outside there, and he ain't going down.
Sends Ron Carroll flying at the end of the play. 2nd down and 1 for St. Francis. Back into St. Xavier territory. We played much of this game on the Cougar side of the field.
There it is again. The 2 tight ends as wings to the short side of the field with a wide receiver. There's a slide. Look for the lead up inside. There it is.
And it's Haley. He'll pick up 2, but that's enough for a 1st down. Yes, sir.
I love that play because it's basically an ISO play. You're just hitting the lead block, hitting that B gap, and again, if you're going to win up front against the 4-man line, you have to win in the B gap. And I see the St. Francis has a great game plan for attacking those inside gaps.
Gavin Day will be the running back this time. Dan Getch, tight end left. 3 wide receivers on the field. Joey Tumblety, slot right. Des Jordan, wide left. Day switches to the right side in protection. 6 minutes to go in the half. Here comes the blitz from the linebackers. Day sees it left, cuts it right, hit hard, falls forward past the 40. Enough to pick up 3. 2nd and 7 after the play.
I think that started out to be an outside zone play to the left, and what a great read. A nice jump cut here it was a counter play. They did run a counter coming back. They've done that twice where he takes a hard step to his left, and they come back with the counter play to the right. that play has been the best running play of the night for the day for St. Francis is that counter play.
2nd and 7 at the Xavier 39. Hartsfield motions to the slot. Twins that side, looking to throw. Caught by Joey. Cuts it outside. Past the 30, 25. And he'll go down right there. It's a first down for St. Francis. A big of a 13. Joey Tumulty moves the chains.
It's kind of a little whip route there. He started to the inside and stepped back to the outside. Watch his move. He goes in, steps back out. There's the ball right on target. And then look at this.
Individual effort.
Unbelievable. Like I said, I would love to see these Tumulties play tag on the school ground. Nobody'd be it. No one could get them.
Joey, the freshman, leading the team in receptions and yardage. He's got 17 catches. No one else has over 7. He's the main target for his brother. Here's Day with all the room in the world. Left side picks up near a first down. They might give it to him. We'll see where they put the ball down. Either way, a nice pickup of 9 or 10. 4.5 to go. Back to the red zone for St. Francis.
They just straight zone blocking and sealed the outside edge. Nice run there by Day, and then close to another first down.
So they do not give him the first, which was awful close. He landed on the yard-to-gain marker, but 2nd down and 1. The ball at the Xavier 16. They need to get to the 15 for a first. Last time they were here, penalties stymied the drive.
3 wide receiver, 2 backs, no tight end in here now.
And whistle will blow the play dead, and a timeout by the Saints with 4:03 to go. What a action-packed first half of football we've had here today, and only with 2 touchdowns. And story of the game so far for me, Coach, are penalties for both teams, right?
Yeah, penalties are always issue in games like this, turnovers. But the one thing I know is that the effort of these kids out here today have been amazing, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Both sides. They're just fighting every down, playing all out in every play, and that's what you love to see. And, yeah, there's going to be mistakes made, but I like the way they respond. They come right back. I thought the Saints did a great job after the turnover to hold them and force them to punt from their end zone. And now the offense is driving it down.
Stuart Ross, quarterback for St. Xavier, 4 for 7 for just 59 yards, but been sacked twice. And we've talked about the 17 sacks from the St. Xavier defense. They lead the nation. They're tied for first technically at the top of the charts in sack numbers, but they haven't gotten to Sam Tumulty quite yet.
No, they haven't got to him. There's a couple plays where they forced some tough passes where he couldn't really step into his throw. But he's a hard guy to sack, too.
Yes, he is. Yeah, they got to him. They made him move around a little bit, testing out that knee of his. But he looks a lot better and more fluid as a runner this week than he did last week.
Yeah, he looks good out there. Very comfortable, which is total control.
Scary for St. Francis defense. Here we go. 2nd down and 1. Hartsfield had to sprint out to his wide receiver spot left. Pressure coming from St. Xavier on the blitz. Throwing right, looking for Jordan, and it was nearly intercepted by Countryman.
Boy, he jumped that route. He saw that. We need to come back toward the ball a little bit more on that route. But that's a 2nd and a yard. You could take a shot at throwing the ball, and I wouldn't be surprised here if we see Sam run the ball here. You got the 2 backs. Nope, you got the 2 tight ends. To the short side of the field again.
See if they get some motion. Nope, not this time. Sam's going to keep it right, and they saw that coming, but it's going to be enough to move the chains. Again, a 2-yard tough run from Sam Tumulty gives them a fresh set of downs here with 3:48 and counting in the half.
That's so hard to defend by a team that pursues as well as St. Xavier does, because you get linebackers going one direction and they have to try and check back and come back the other direction. And St. Francis is going to get a push up front. I think they've been doing a great job in the run blocking against this good defensive line. Look at there. Nice push. Good hole up there for Tumulty.
St. Francis defense getting a nice break here, too. Another long, sustained drive for St. Francis. First down. Gavin Day looking for any kind of room. Ron Carroll and company comes and closes the door after a gain of 1.
Yeah, St. Xavier did a good job stringing that one out. They tried to run behind the 2 tight ends over there, a little zone outside play. But look at the leverage there. They spilled the ball to the outside. The linebackers and safety stepped up to make a play. But again, you got to also be ready to defend the Tumulty coming off that either play action pass or running the ball back on a counter play to the right.
Here's that formation again, but flipped right. We got 2 tight ends right, 2 receivers left, everyone to the left-hand side of the field. Play action to Joey. Sam wants to throw it. We'll throw to Joey. He's got no one in front of him. 10, 5, shoulder down. Did not quite get to the end zone, but it's going to be first and goal. I don't see any flags on the field, so first and goal at around the 2-yard line. Nobody covered the young Joey Tumulty on the jet motion, and that's putting St. Francis in a first and goal situation inside the 5 with 2:08 to go in the half.
What an excellent designed play. You always love the motion, wheel route off the motion. Kind of confuses the coverage, but they also had Getch wide open on a crossing route. They had 2 guys wide open on that play. Great play design, great execution.
2 tight ends left. Gavin Day to the left to Sam. Nearly a bad snap. Sam looking for any room. He's going to try to race to the pylon. He dives. Touchdown, Brown and Gold. They take the lead.
He's so good.
So good.
He just sees the field so well. Great confidence in his ability and quickness. That was designed to go up inside. He took it to the outside, outran the defense. He's what a competitor.
With that touchdown, the 38th of his career, ties Brandon Ruffin for most touchdowns in a Saints uniform. Snap good. Cooper holds it. Mayday puts it through. The Saints lead at 14-7 with a $1:43 to go on a historic run from Sam Tumulty.
Well, I have a feeling he's going to own most offensive records by the time he graduates from St. Francis.
And another long drive, Coach. Took over 5.5 minutes, 10 plays, 53 yards. Both of their touchdowns have come on drives of 10 yards that have taken up more than 5 minutes.
They are. They're controlling the clock. They're getting first downs on third downs. Again, it's a situation where St. Xavier has struggled a little bit, but they're mixing it up.
Yep.
Everybody's touching the ball in the backfield. Is running it. You got to deal with multiple backs with play fakes. The line that's getting off the ball and sustaining blocks. The receivers are running great routes. Your tight ends are blocking well. It's been a great offensive team performance.
Exactly.
And again, the defense holding them there after the turnover.
St. Francis has exactly 100 yards rushing and 68 throwing.
Got to like that balance.
They're going to give Pringle a chance. Oh, no, it's a little bit short for him. Upback's going to take it from the 20. Nice tackle made. Swinging in there to make the tackle, Mackay Van, the redshirt sophomore out of Big Rock, Illinois.
Well, you can see St. Francis, their special teams, have put together a game plan to definitely keep the ball in the hands of Pringle. And they're still, down at the 25-yard line. So you're doing these dump kicks to the blockers, the upbacks, like fullback type players. Let them catch the ball, and the Saints have great coverage. Excellent game planning, excellent execution of special teams. Don't let number 6 touch the ball.
Yep, he's only got 4 touches, 3 carries, and 1 reception. Here's trips left. Ross screens it right to Venerable. A couple big boys out there to block, but Matt Perry squeezing through to make a play after a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 out at the St. Xavier 30. $1:34 to go in the half.
Yeah, they put 3 receivers to the wide side of the field and try to dump the screen to Venerable to the short side. Got a nice pickup off of that. That's basically their running game.
Rushing 4 here is St. Francis. Running left is Venerable. Big collision out at the 35. That's going to be enough to move the chains and stop the clock.
They've had success running left on us. Again, they sealed that edge off pretty good. Look at the wall there. They see how they turned everybody in, and they're going fast.
Yes, they are. Motion goes to the right. That's Hickson. Ross wants to throw it. Plenty of time. Breaking down, though. Now it's Ross on the move. Throwing on the run toward the boundary and incomplete. He was, again, looking for Brant Hickson, the senior out of Harlem High School. And that's not Ross's game. Ross is a pocket passer. He doesn't like to move around too much. That's what Aiden Voss brought before he got hurt. Ross more of a pure passer.
Right. And how good is the Saints' coverage today?
The secondary has been the best unit for the team. Offense, defense, special teams. I love how the secondary has been playing.
They don't have to blitz. They're getting enough pressure with their front three and maximum coverage, and there's nowhere to throw the ball.
2nd and 10. Empty backfield. 5 wide. They motion Plunkett. Screen left to Pringle. Only his 5th touch of the game, and it's out to the 44. It's a pickup of 7. 3rd down and 3 coming up after the pitch and catch to Justin Pringle.
Well, that time the Saints came with the blitz from the outside to the defense's right side, and that was a perfect play to call into it because you're able to dump the ball out quick. And by the linebackers blitzing, they didn't have that pursuit and were able to pick up 7 yards. Another big down here.
66 seconds to go. Pringle to the left. They're going to run it again. It's going to be a 1st down out to midfield plus a few extra there. Hansen puts an end to the run. Again, they're relying a lot on Jesse Plunkett, the junior running back out of nearby Evergreen Park.
Well, now they're looking to spread the Saints out and then run up inside. See how they spread them out, and they're heading right up the middle now.
Yeah, they like something that they're seeing. And they're running the hurry up there.
You're getting those outside linebackers to have to stretch out a little bit, and it opens up some room on the inside. All you got to do is get a good block in the front and the middle linebacker, and you're going to get a decent play.
Timeout. With 2nd down and 4 coming up. Last couple of plays, it's been Plunkett running to Hansen and Hansen making a tackle for about 6 or 7 yards each time with 43 seconds to go. After this week, St. Francis back on the road, but not too far to take on Roosevelt. Next home game is the 14th of October against Judson. Back on the road to Davenport on the 21st. Take on the Bees of St. Ambrose. And then the final home game will be on the 28th of October, Halloween weekend, against the Tigers of Olivet. Final game of the season on the road at Judson again.
Well, the Saints are also playing situational football here. There's only 43 seconds left in the half. And the one thing you want to do is not give up any big pass plays here in the hurry-up offense. Keep everything in front of you, tackle them, force them to run the ball to get 1st downs and maybe possibly run the clock out.
2nd and 4 here, as Saints playing a bit of a prevent-style defense with the final 47 seconds. 3 wide receivers left. Little hand signal I saw there from Kyle Quinn. Let's see if they go to him left. Ross will look to throw. Looking that way, fires across the middle. It is complete to Quinn. Big 1st down to the 25. Chased down by Matt Perry out of the 21-yard line. And that, I believe, will stop the clock. We'll see.
Well, there's the crossing route. Little play action to freeze the linebacker and brought Quinn across the field. That's one of St. Xavier's favorite routes, are those crossing routes, and that's been one of the success they've had in the passing game today.
1st down, 39 seconds to go. Misdirection. It goes to Venerable with a nice cut inside. He picks up 9 yards. 2nd down and 1 inside the 15.
They're going to call timeout here. They're up quick.
27 seconds. Clock is winding. They're just trying to get to the line of scrimmage. Venerable splits out right. 5 wide receivers. Empty backfield. Bad snap. Ross has it, though.
No.
Checks it down, and his receiver's out of bounds. I'm not sure he caught it inbounds at all.
I don't know. I would have knocked that down if I were him.
Yeah,
stop the clock and keep the yards. He probably didn't realize when you're an athlete, you want to catch and make a play, but he was right there out of bounds.
Yep. So they're going to say he did catch it first and then go out of bounds. So they lose 5. 3rd down and a long 5, maybe 6. 4 wide receivers and a running back. Chavers to the right of Ross. 17 seconds. Clock stopped. Clap, snap. Ross surveys. Going to keep it himself. He's going to throw to the end zone. Wide open is Pringle, but was he past the line of scrimmage?
I think he stayed on the proper side. I don't think he crossed the line of scrimmage.
Everyone totally forgot about the best player on the field for St. Xavier. Justin Pringle, standing in the back corner of the end zone, didn't even have to make an athletic play to catch the ball. It was like a center fielder in baseball making a play on a fly ball.
Well, you don't want your secondary, especially the people on the outside coverage, corners, to react to the quarterback scramble. That's what happened. Defensive back reacted to the scramble and left his man and created an open area there.
With 10 seconds to go, this extra point will tie the game. He hasn't missed this year, and he doesn't this time. 14-14. Nice 2-minute drill by the Cougars to tie the game as we approach halftime. Wow.
Well, that was a heck of a drive by St. Francis.
Yeah.
Maybe the key play was the quarterback handling that bad snap. It went up, caught it one-handed, got the ball out of there. They got out of bounds, was able to save some time. But excellent job stepping up and making the throw. That was, he created a situation where teams reacted to him thinking he was going to run for the touchdown. And he pulled up just short of the line of scrimmage and made a beautiful throw to the corner.
The drive for the Cougars, 10 plays, 70 yards, took 90 seconds. As St. Francis, like you said, playing a little situational, probably not getting after the quarterback quite as much on that particular drive, and it cost him.
Well, it's interesting when they used the three receivers on one side and split the backside and tried to stretch out the St. Francis, especially their outside linebackers. They may have found something up the middle there. It'll be interesting to see if they come back with that formation and try to run the ball right up the middle in the second half, or St. Francis will be able to adjust to that.
Justin Pringle's 5th touchdown of the season. The reigning Midwest League Special Teams Player of the Week. Actually, I believe that was 2 weeks ago. St. Xavier's quarterback is the Offensive Player of the Week. Stuart Ross and Jalen Cooper is the reigning Defensive Player of the Week in the MSFA. They skip it right to Scott Tumulty. He's got plenty of time and a little bit of room outside to the 40. Stiff arms up to the 45, and out of bounds he goes. 2 seconds left to go. Well, I assume they'll take a knee and go to halftime. Tied at 14. We'll see.
The return is up close, maybe close enough to
close
take
enough?
a shot.
Think
I
so?
don't know. Well, no, they got him back here. It might not be, but hey, you never know.
Yeah. I see. No, they're going to go.
They're going to take a knee.
Yep.
You see where Haley's going as a
Exactly.
safety there. Smart thing to do. 14-14 at half. Who would have thunk?
I kind of
A
would.
game like this.
Yeah, I kind of
That's
would.
what I'm
But
saying.
yeah, I mean, every single game, 8 of the last 10 have been a touchdown or less. So
Yeah, I'm being a little
Yeah.
sarcastic.
Yeah.
It's like 0-0 to start, 14-14 to start the second half.
Unreal.
Two teams playing their hearts out today.
St. Francis hasn't beaten St. Xavier in 15 years and 16 games. And through one half, we're even. 14-14. If you're listening on WCSF, your halftime show coming up back from the studios there. It'll wrap up everything going on here in this game and across college football. When we come back, we'll have an exciting finish for you for Sharpie. My name is Nick. Halftime here at the stadium, 14-all.
Saints fans, please direct your attention to midfield and welcome the USF dance team.
Years and 16 games, and through one half, we're even. 14-14. If you're listening on WCSF, your halftime show coming up back from the studios there. It'll wrap up everything going on here in this game and across college football. When we come back, we'll have an exciting finish for you for Sharpie. My name is Nick. Halftime here at the stadium, 14-all. Sam fakes right, counters, touchdown St. Francis. And with that touchdown,
welcome to the Sports Saturday Halftime Show with your host, Matthias Warner.
Thank you, Nick, and welcome into the Sports Saturday Halftime Show here on WCSF Joliet 88.7 FM. We're going to be with you for about 15 minutes before we hand it back to the boys in the booth for the second half of this homecoming matchup between St. Francis and St. Xavier. We're going to play back some of the biggest moments of the first half, get into other Saints athletics action from this past week, touch on some news from around the university, and tell you what the Saints are going to have to do in the second half of this bout. But first, let's review the first half. The running game was doing a lot better early on. The offense had some great versatility with the run and pass game early on. And from all indications, this is going to be a physical matchup down to the wire. A lot of big collisions, a lot of penalties. It's a highly anticipated matchup going into the second half, and the physicality might determine who will win this game. For the Saints defense, the lack of pressure up front, aside from a few plays early on, let the Cougar wide receivers get down the field. You saw that on both of the touchdowns for the Cougars with Kyle Quinn and then Justin Pringle in the back of the end zone. For the Saints offense, aside from the Keenan Haley fumble at the 2-yard line, without that, the Saints have been humming an offense, and Sam Tumulty's injury hasn't really impacted mobility a lot. We look at some of the keys to the game, limit the big plays on defense. On the third drive of the game for the Cougars, the long pass got into the St. Francis territory before the 28-yard touchdown to get St. Xavier on the board from Ross to Quinn, and then late in the half, you saw that right before we came here, the touchdown from Ross to Pringle on the scramble. Getting the run game going early, Sam Tumulty and Keenan Haley used a lot of deception and misdirection in the backfield to find success, and that led them to over 100 first half rushing yards. And then in the red zone, that was going to be one of the bigger keys in a tight game like the boys mentioned. Touchdown on the first drive for the Saints. Penalties drove the offense back on their second trip, and the late first half conversion with Sam, that got the Saints a little bit going in the right direction. Well, let's take you back to some of the biggest plays in that first half, and we're gonna start with Sam Tumulty getting the offense off on the right foot with his 37th career touchdown on the Saints' opening drive.
Sam fakes right, counters, touchdown, St. Francis. And with that touchdown, Sam Tumulty is now tied with John Larson for second place on the career touchdown list for St. Francis. 6-0 Saints.
Michael Johnson ended the Cougars' second drive with a key third down sack.
Ross drops back. Here comes Johnson. And they get to him again in the backfield. Second sack in the last 3 plays. This one goes to Mike Johnson, the nose tackle. The defensive line making their presence felt, and that brings up 4th down for the Cougars, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Saints ended up leading 7-0 after that first quarter. But the Cougars found more success on their third drive when Stuart Ross looked for Kyle Quinn down the seam.
Here we go. 5 wide again. Empty backfield. Pressure as he's thrown downfield. And it is caught in the end zone. The flag comes in, but it's not going to matter. Kyle Quinn with an amazing one-handed grab for the touchdown. It's going to go 28 yards for the 6.
That tied the game at 7 apiece. But the Saints were retaliating on their next drive and threatening in the red zone. Before a familiar plight plagued Keenan Haley.
Snap to Sam, give to Haley, big hole, but filled up quickly, and there comes the ball. St. Xavier jumps on it at their own 2. We talked about it, Coach. The fumbles. St. Francis has now fumbled it 10 times this season.
That didn't come back to haunt the Saints defense, however, as they forced a 3-and-out. And gave the ball back to the offense, where late in the first half, Sam made something out of nothing to put the Saints back on top.
2 tight ends left. Gavin Day to the left of Sam. Nearly a bad snap. Sam looking for any room. He's going to try to race to the pylon. He dives. Touchdown, Brown and Gold. They take the lead.
That made it a 14-7 contest, but SXU wasn't going into the first half without a fight. And on their final drive, Stuart Ross made a great play to tie the game going into the half.
Clap, snap, Ross surveys. Going to keep it himself. He's going to throw to the end zone. Wide open is Pringle, but was he past the line of scrimmage?
I think you stayed on the proper side. I don't
Wow.
think you crossed the line of scrimmage.
Everyone totally forgot about the best player on the field for St. Xavier, Justin Pringle, standing in the back corner of the end zone, didn't even have to make an athletic play. Sam fakes right.
For a look
Count.
at what's been going on in other Saints athletics, Pablo Rubio Guerra scored in his 5th consecutive match as the University of St. Francis men's soccer team extended its winning streak to 6 games after outlasting a furious rally from Judson University in the contest's closing 4 minutes to gain a 2-1 Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference victory on Saturday afternoon on Boozy Bank Field at Joliet Memorial Stadium. The string of successes is the longest for the St. Francis program since the 1995 campaign when that team rang up 9 straight wins. The 6 victories also match USF's win count from 1 year ago, with 8 games still remaining in the regular season. Rubio Guerra accounted for both USF goals for his 3rd career multi-goal game, with Sergio Fernandez Arango providing the 2 assists. For the 5th time during the winning streak, the Saints tallied the first goal of the game and never relinquished the lead. In the 24th minute, Rubio Guerra broke the scoreless tie, and his 2nd goal of the contest came at 41-51. Judson got back into the contest at 69-26 when Gabriel Trevisan connected on a penalty kick to make it 2-1. The Saints then had to outlast 4 Eagles shots that either hit the crossbar or the post in the final 4 minutes. Judson finished with a game-high 15 total shots, 10 of which came in the closing 45 minutes. St. Francis totaled 10 shots, 6 of which were on goal. The Saints advanced to 6-2 on the season and 3-0 in the CCAC. University of St. Francis women's soccer team scored a season-high 5 goals, including 2 by Isabel Diaz for the 2nd game in a row, and Cadixa Marin Mireles recorded her first collegiate shutout as the Fighting Saints rolled to a 5-0 Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference victory over Indiana University South Bend on Wednesday night on Boozy Bank Field at Joliet Memorial Stadium. Diaz provided the first 2 USF goals for the 2nd consecutive game, doing so in the contest's first 18 minutes. Andrea Aguirre and Alexis Marroquin delivered the assists on the 2 tallies. 6 minutes after Marroquin collected her first assist of the season, she authored her first goal of the 2023 campaign. Diaz returned the earlier favor from Marroquin by contributing the assist. St. Francis's other 2 scores came in the second half, with both Abby Janasek at the 49-26 mark and Kelly Flores at 62-25, registering their first goals of the season. Flores also assisted on Janasek's goal, with Haley Bartolaga doing the honor on the final goal of the night. Making her first collegiate start in goal, Cadixa Marin Mireles made the most of it with her initial shutout. She stopped her only shot on goal in the second half. USF outshot Indiana South Bend 34-5, including 15-1 on goal. The team moves to 1-5-4 in the season and 1-1-2 in the CCAC. For more news and information on USF athletics, visit gofightingsaints.com, all lowercase, or go to the athletics tab at stfrancis.edu. In other news around the university, Homecoming 2023 will continue through Sunday, October 1st. With a variety of events on the schedule, there is something for all alumni and friends of USF to enjoy. This year's events include alumni reunions, USF history and photos, campus tour, alumni memorial mass, distinguished alumni dinner, and more. Andrea Hogan, USF Director of Advancement, is looking forward to welcoming members of the Saint family back to campus. Quote, "This time of year is so special. We have welcomed a new group of freshman Saints to campus this fall, and homecoming is the perfect opportunity for members of our community to gather and celebrate what it means to be a Saint. This campus is ever evolving, and we welcome our alumni and the entire Joliet community to join us." End quote. The University of St. Francis is hosting an American Red Cross blood drive on Tuesday, October 3rd from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. in the Assembly Hall Gymnasium at USF St. Clair campus, which is located at 1550 Plainfield Road in Joliet. The drive is open to the community. For an appointment, call 1-800-RED-CROSS or visit redcrossblood.org and enter 60435 in the red Find a Blood Drive box on the homepage. You can save up to 15 minutes when you donate blood using the Rapid Pass. Visit redcrossblood.org/rapidpass for more information. If you are an eligible type O, B negative, or A negative donor, consider making a Power Red donation. Red blood cells are the most commonly transfused blood component. For more information, please visit redcrossblood.org. USF News and World Report continues to recognize the University of St. Francis as a top university in the United States. This year's recognition in the publication's 2023-2024 Best Colleges rankings marks USF's 5th year in the National Universities category and the 20th consecutive year that USF has been honored by U.S. News and World Report. According to usnews.com/education, quote, schools in the National Universities category offer a full range of undergraduate majors plus master's and doctoral programs. These colleges also are committed to producing groundbreaking research, end quote. USF moved up in this year's rankings to place among the top 280 schools in the National Universities category of this year's publication. The ranking placed USF 12th among all Illinois schools included in the report, 7th among private Illinois schools, and 3rd among Illinois' ranked Catholic schools. USF President Arvid C. Johnson said of these rankings, quote, U.S. News and World Report's continued recognition of USF acknowledges the quality of a University of St. Francis education. Rankings such as these help to validate the efforts of our faculty and provide us with many points of pride. These rankings are also more important now than ever before as high school students critically weigh their post-graduation options. USF graduates are considered top prospects by employers and find jobs that launch their careers. This certainly validates our value proposition of the return on investment realized by USF graduates, end quote. USF was also included in the publication's Best Undergraduate Nursing rankings for a 3rd consecutive year. Visit usnews.com/colleges for more information on the U.S. News and World Report 2023-2024 Best College Ranking. The Joliet Symphony Orchestra is pleased to announce the opening concert series of its 2023-2024 season with newly appointed artistic director and conductor Dr. Sean Paul Mills leading an all-orchestra program featuring music by Verdi, Dvorak, Mussorgsky, and Mendelssohn. Titled Renewal, the JSO will be performing Giuseppe Verdi's La Forza del Destino Overture, Antonin Dvorak's American Suite, Modest Mussorgsky's Night on Bald Mountain, and Felix Mendelssohn's Reformation Symphony on Saturday, October 7th, 2023 at 7 p.m. and Sunday, October 8th at 4 p.m. Both performances will take place in Sexton Auditorium, which is located in the Harold and Margaret Moser Performing Arts Center on the University of St. Francis campus at 500 Wilcox Street in Joliet. Tickets for JSO concerts are available through the JSO website at www.jolietsymphonyorchestra.org, the Music at Moser website at stfrancis.edu/music@moser, and at the door beginning 1 hour before each performance. For more information, please feel free to contact Michelle Mathena, JSO Social Media and Marketing, at jolietsymphonymarketing@gmail.com, or Sean Paul Mills, JSO Artistic Director and Conductor at jolietsymphonyconductor@gmail.com. WCSF Joliet 88.7 FM, radio station of the University of St. Francis, is hosting its annual Mega Music Rummage Sale on Saturday, October 28th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. The sale will take place at the University of St. Francis' St. Clair campus, Assembly Hall, which is located at 1550 Plainfield Road in Joliet. Donated LPs, compact discs, cassettes, sheet music, music books, musical instruments, stereo equipment, and more music-related items will be available. For months, students have been organizing and cataloging the treasures for the sale. Admission to the event during its scheduled time is free of charge. Early bird admission at 7:30 is available with a $20 donation. All proceeds will be used to upgrade the nonprofit radio station, facilities, and equipment. WCSF 88.7 FM is well known in the greater Joliet area and is the home of the popular Spirit of Christmas programming that is broadcasted each year from Thanksgiving Day to New Year's Day. During the rest of the year, the station plays a great mix of new, alternative, independent, and local music programmed and operated by USF students. The station is available on the radio and online at wcsf.streamon.fm. For more news and information around the USF community and here on campus in Joliet,
Welcome back to Joliet Memorial Stadium, where we have ourselves about as even of a game as you could have hoped for, you could have imagined. It's 14-14 here as longtime rivals, the Saints and the Cougars, meet for the 26th time. And Coach Dan Sharp, you take a look at the numbers, especially the plays and total yardage. You can't get much more even than that.
No, these two teams are out there. They're battling, 34 plays, 33 plays, 190 yards, 160 yards. And they're really two evenly matched squads. They played so well. It's going to be something that's going to be a special teams or a turnover that may determine the outcome of this game here. And I think the Saints have come in with a great game plan. They've kept the ball out of Pringle's hand for the most part, except that last red zone play, whether it be in special teams or the defense shutting them down. And they moved the ball very well. But when St. Xavier had to, they put a drive together and was able to tie it up.
Yes, they did. That 2-minute drill took just 90 seconds at the end of the half and made it look pretty easy with that scoring drive. We took a look at some of the individual numbers. Sam Tumulty through the air, very efficient, 7 for 11, 68 yards. Hasn't thrown it into the end zone yet, but he has run 2 touchdowns in, 11 carries for 57 yards and 2 scores. Joey Tumulty, his younger brother, the favorite target once again today, 3 catches for 40 yards. Friddle's got a couple of really nice catches, 2 12-yard receptions for Jake, leading to 24 total. Dan Getch has a catch. Gavin Day out of the backfield has caught one. That one went for a loss, as we see Jason Hartsfield get retaped up on that left ankle before we get out there. He's a valuable part of the offense. He doesn't get very many catches, but he's out there blocking as well as anybody there, number 19, as we see Coach Curry ready to get the second half underway. Stuart Ross through the air, 9 for 13, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he was sacked twice, both on the same drive early in the game. His favorite targets so far, Kyle Quinn and, Jason Pringle. Quinn with 3 catches, 68 yards, a touchdown. Pringle, 3 catches, 28 yards, and a score on the ground. Amari Venerable leads the team in carries with 8 for 32 yards, but Jesse Plunkett actually leads in total yardage, 5 carries for 33 yards with a long of 11. So about as even as we can get it. It should be St. Francis ball, I believe. They kicked it off to start the game, so I believe the Saints will have it to start the second half. And we're going to get that going in just a little bit. Real quick, we can take a look at some of the other games going on around the MSFA. Indiana Wesleyan hosting Siena Heights. It's pretty much everybody getting into conference play this week. Marion hosting Lawrence Tech. Madonna is at home against St. Francis, Indiana. Concordia, Michigan taking on Wayne State later on today. In the Midwest, Judson hosting Olivet, Roosevelt hosting St. Ambrose. None of those games are going to be as good and as competitive as the one we are honored to watch here today. St. Francis will return the second half kick, going right to left in those bright gold jerseys. St. Xavier, the traveling white jerseys, gray pants, gray helmets, red numbers with black trim. Let's see if they squib this one to one of our up-backs the way we're doing it to them.
Yeah, they got double kicker there.
Yep, Pringle will be the one to kick it, and it'll be
great decision, the fair catch.
Dan Getch, yeah.
They had 2 kickers approaching the ball. They knew are they going to kick a dump kick to the right or to the left? They kicked it to the St. Francis's left side and called the fair catch, get excellent field position.
Yep, Dan Getch with the sure hands. Check it out again, the tight end. Nice hands up to the 34-yard line. And here we start our second half. Couldn't be more exciting than the first, could it?
I don't know, boy. That was a great first half of football played by both teams.
Who is going to make the big play? Who's going to not make the mistake? Here's that formation again. Double tight end right. Running back on the left. There's a slide to the left. They're going to run it inside to Haley. Didn't take the lead blocker that time. Actually, Friddle, the lead blocker, went to the outside, and Haley hit a wall there, gain of 1.
Yeah, they tried to run a little counter play there. And the tight end slide would try and help Phil for the pulling tackle, but defended well by the front 6 by St. Xavier that time. They got so many options, St. Francis does, off of this look, with the different motions of the tight end, with Tumblety being able to run. There's so much they can do off this formation.
Same formation, flip this time with the tight ends left here with the ball near the left hash. 2 wide receivers. Haley to the right. Tumulty's going to keep it this time. They saw that one coming a mile away. That one will go back a loss of 1. Oh, they're going to give him the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down and 9 up to the 35 here for the Saints on the first possession of the second half. Defensive back coming in for a linebacker for St. X, but we have a Cougar down. One of the defensive linemen, I presume.
Yeah.
Looks like Sandoval, Kevin Sandoval, the defensive end out of Lockport.
Yeah, he was the one that kind of jammed everything up in there. Kind of attacked this gap and got some movement into the St. Francis backfield and kind of gummed that thing up in there and paid the price.
Third down and 9 after 2 running plays inside. We are on a Tumulty scoring streak, extended to 24 straight games. We've had a Tumulty score a touchdown.
4 wide receivers. Let's see if St. Xavier's going to send a blitz here on this one.
And they're showing it up the middle and to the right of Tumulty. They back 1 guy off. They will rush 3, drop 8. Sam looking, pocket collapses. He's on the run and a horse collar there. Yeah, that's going to be another. That's going to be another penalty. Elias, the leading tackler for St. Xavier, got his hand inside the shoulder pads from behind. So we've had 1 Tumulty face mask, the other horse collared.
They're using Elias there is that he stepped up like he was going to blitz, but basically he's a spy. He's spying on Tumulty, so they rushed 3 and he stayed back and read Tumulty. Evidently they picked the flag up, Nick.
Was that not a horse collar? Do I not know the rule?
Looked like it to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have to pull him back for it to count
sure
or not.
Sure looked like it to me.
Yeah.
He was pulled back, but... So the gain was just 2 then, and Brian Madej is going to have to come on. St. Francis 3 and out, their first possession. Do not punt it to number 6, please. Averaging 11 yards per punt return. That's a nice punt, but right at Justin Pringle. He'll start from his 16-yard line. Dan Getch cuts him off left. He'll go back right, back to his 15. Nice pursuit. Return will go to the 22-yard line, so an 8-yard return. Hey, kept him under his average. That's pretty well done by the St. Francis coverage team.
Guess it was 50-yard run for an 8-yard gain. He was all over.
Well, we're used to seeing that, aren't we? Yeah. Scott Tumulty refuses to go out of bounds. He will run back and forth 3 times laterally until he is tackled or just forced out of bounds. So we're used to seeing that too. Here comes St. Xavier for the first time this half. Nice defensive stand by the Cougars. Let's see if the St. Francis D can do the same after the halftime break. Same formation, that wishbone in the backfield. Ross looking to throw this time. Left to the boundary, overshot Hickson though, and incomplete.
He had him there. He kind of dropped his arm and sidearmed it, and it sailed on him. But again, good coverage by the Saints. They're staying with their 3-man rush. Going to maximum coverage.
I don't mind having Justin Pringle play that tailback spot. He's going to get a carry here, though. Look at Cooper get into the backfield to slow him down. There's the finishing tackle by Keemon Reese. Great team defense by the Saints. They lose 4, 3rd down and 14.
Well, great defense by the Saints. Great scheme because with the 3 guys in the backfield and 2 split ends, you don't have any tight ends on the line of scrimmage, and the safety can read that play, and there's no one to block him. He could just play downhill wide open, and there's no one there to block him. So great scheme put in there defensively to stop that wishbone formation.
Going to rush 4, it looks like, here for St. Francis. They will rush 4. They're going to try to run it with Venerable here. Cuts it in the middle. Nick Mabutis there to take him down. So 4th down and 9 after the gain of 4 or 5. Nice defensive stand by St. Francis.
Yeah, excellent pursuit on that play. I think St. Xavier is just trying to get a little more room to punt the ball, but that loss, the previous play, is excellent pursuit by the Saints.
Keemon Reese, after 2 plays ago, got that tackle for a loss. That is his 5th this year. He leads the team in tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
Looks like Johnson's cramping up a little bit there. Got him down on on the ground there, stretching him out.
Punter's Pacelli. He got that one off his toe. Very short punt and out of bounds. St. Francis is going to have a short field right around the 50.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to directional kick that thing. He kind of almost was just half, kind of half a swing on that with his leg, and that's what Tumblety does for you.
Yeah.
It creates havoc in the kicking game.
Makes
Any way you can try and keep it away from him.
It's in his head. Yeah, he's thinking about it. Well, Saints given a gift here on their second opportunity of the half to start right at midfield. As we've stated plenty of times, St. Francis just 1-24 against the Cougars, dropping the last 16 games over 15 years. Their last win back in 2008. This 2023 team looking to get the big Cougar off their back. They give it to Scott, and he's going to throw. He's looking long, and it is incomplete. Looking for Joey. That was a Sam to Scott to Joey play that was blown up from the beginning, it really looks like. So a little trickery to try to score here on a first down play from the 50. I don't mind that call at all. Second down, though, as Scott will trot off the field. 11 and a half to go here in the third quarter. Still tied at 14. Appreciate everyone watching on the YouTube live broadcast and everyone listening on the radio at WCSF, especially those out tailgating here today. If you're listening on the radio, we appreciate you. Second down and 10 from the 50. Play action. They go out to Friddle. Nice open field tackle made on the outside for St. Francis. Tyler Barnett. He forced the turnover earlier in the first half on a fumble. Nice tackle for a loss there, losing 2. So third down and 12 coming up.
There's that quick release. They're trying to get the ball out there right away, and the Saints did a good job of coming up and making an open field tackle. That previous play with Tumblety, hand to Tumblety to throw to Tumblety. Do you think they play that in their turkey bowl on Thanksgiving in the backyard, those guys?
I'm surprised. They must have had that in their back pocket for a month. They were looking for the right time to run that play, and it was from the 50, first down against St. Xavier. Unfortunately, that St. Xavier defensive line kind of blew it up from the beginning, and it was well covered downfield too.
Yeah, I think it was Barnett, but it was well covered. They didn't fool the cornerback on that play.
Things taking a bit longer here for St. Francis offensively. It's third down and 12. I assume Sam's going to have to throw it, and look at all the Cougars on the line of scrimmage.
We got 4 seconds on the play clock here.
Snap to Sam. Here comes pressure, and down he goes. Yep, first sack of the game for the Cougars defense. The 18th of the season for the Cougar D to lead the country.
They brought 4 that time too, but boy, did they get upfield quick off the edges. And just kind of corralled him, got him into a situation where he couldn't step out and take off around the end there. They forced him to step up, and a good push up the middle.
That is not Justin Pringle back there to return. The jersey's a bit bunched up, so I'm not exactly sure who that is. I'm going to try to go for the block here. Good snap.
There they come.
Punt is away. Nicely done by Bryan, and it's a boomer. Fair catch called for and made at the 15. It was actually Joe Pacelli, the punter, back there to catch the punt. How about that? I'm not sure I've ever seen that before.
I believe he was there to fair catch.
Yeah, he was not returning that ball. They were going for the block or nothing. Yeah, if it wasn't blocked, it was just going to be fair caught. So good job by Bryan to get off a good kick and not worry much about angling it.
Oh, that was a beautiful kick under the pressure he had there. Well, we need a stop here. Let's see if we could keep them down and have them punt out of their end of the field again.
Both offenses coming out. Not much offense to speak of here in this first couple of minutes of the third quarter. Snap to Ross. Handoff Venerable up to the 20. He'll pick up 4. Nick Mabutis among the tacklers for St. Francis.
I think St. Xavier would be very happy with that. 4 yards on a run, get yourself in manageable situations. They're in that wishbone set again. Yeah. The Saints had to answer for it once again. They're not getting much yardage out of that in this second half. It's great adjustments.
3rd and 5 coming up for St. Xavier here on this possession. Kweku Apia into the game. Putting a DB out there for a linebacker here on 3rd and 5. Plunkett in the backfield with Ross to protect. He's got a hold there, but here goes Ross on the run, throwing, and it is complete out to the 23. Should not be enough for the first down, I believe, depending on the spot, but it looked like they stopped him. Nice job by Ross to extend the play. I thought I saw a hold on Pat Stroh's jersey, but it's going to bring up 4th down and 1.
Dial up a nice blitz. They had a little delay blitz. They bring in 4 and then a delay blitz up the middle there.
Right
you see
there.
number 28 and the flush. It flushes Ross out, and then they're able to, once you flush out, you only got a small part of the field to throw to, and they were able to use the sideline as a defender. I tell you, Coach Miller's done a great job in some of the adjustments he has made at halftime, in particular against that wishbone formation that St. Xavier has been running today. And there, that delay blitz was beautiful, perfectly called on that situation.
Exactly sure what the stoppage is here. I didn't see a timeout indication. No timeouts have come off of the scoreboard. We're tied at 14 here. So far, the defense is winning the second half. 8:54 to go right here in this ball game. And let's go ahead and visit while we got a moment. One of the best defenders that we've seen. I believe we got Chris Johnson down there, right? Chris, can you hear us okay?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Chris Johnson, man, what have you been up to lately? I know you graduated, what was it, last year, and had a pretty successful season. Oh, here's what I want to ask you. We got the Tumulty brothers out here right now. What was it like playing with your brother Mike for all those years here in the brown and gold?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was a pleasure. You know, Mike, he's explosive player. Mm-hmm. And, he's just amazing. He's just a phenomenal player to play with. Uh-huh. He's unselfish. He does his job, and he's just a pleasure to work with.
Tumulty is going to return the punt here. Hang on one second here, Chris. Flags come out. I imagine that's going to be a holding penalty. We'll sort that out in just a minute. So what are you up to? You graduated St. Francis. Nice career here with the Saints football team. What are you up to nowadays?
Yeah, now I'm doing accounting downtown.
I guess.
The grown man life. And, moved downtown not too long ago.
Good.
And just, enjoying the grown man life.
Doing all the adulting now, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations, man. Happy and healthy. So good to see you being successful after your time here at St. Francis, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, thank you. Chris Johnson, everybody, linebacker for St. Francis. Last 4 years playing with his younger brother, Mike, who's doing amazing things up front right now. So, yeah, that penalty was another holding penalty, which is going to make things a bit tougher for this Saints offense. Really nice to catch up with Chris there. We got a lot of alumni in the park. We'll see if we can catch up with some of them as time allows. We don't want to miss too many snaps here, but if there's a stoppage like that, we'll go attack one of the alumni, see what they're up to. I didn't see who the penalty was on, but the laundry came from pretty much every side of the field.
We got Coach Slovic is here, who head coach at St. Francis for many years and assistant with Gordy, and then also coached over at St. Xavier with Feminist. Jim Seppet, who played with Feminist, also from Marian Catholic. I saw him here today. A lot of guys out here from the past. It's great to see him here.
Fake sweep to Joe. Sam keeps it. Look at him fight all the way to the 29-yard line. That is where do they mark that down? He had an 11-yard carry. He was hit at about 5 yards upfield, but he drug a few Cougars along with him past the first down markers, and that moves the chains. Wow, what a run.
It was actually defended pretty good, and it was all Sam making the first guy miss, and was able to run over 2 tacklers.
Wow.
What a competitor.
There's
no huddle.
Coach Slovic right there on the left-hand side.
There he is.
Wearing the red today, I can't help but notice.
Coach Sheen, they called him, because when he played college basketball, they called him a scoring machine, Gordy did. He's a great coach, great football mind.
Gavin Day on the carry. Coach Slovic, who coached here for 11 seasons, actually the longest tenured head coach for St. Francis until Coach Curry this year, now in his 12th year. So Slovic, not a stranger to Joliet Memorial Stadium, not a stranger to the South Side. And really cool to see him here on homecoming.
He coached Joe
Yeah,
Coach
Joe
Curry played here.
Coach Curry.
There's not a more kinder person, and just his intelligence, his football, his attention to detail. I learned so much from him when I worked with him. Great man.
Haley puts his right foot in the ground, tries to cut left on 2nd and 5, picks up 2. So 3rd and short coming up for St. Francis. They haven't been in too many third down opportunities, to be honest. Not that I can remember. They're only their 6th third down coming up, while St. Francis has been in third down situations 10 times. St. Francis 2 for 5 on 3rd.
We're seeing St. Xavier defensive line stiffen up a little bit here. There hasn't been much room inside and trying to bounce out, and those safeties and outside backers are good tacklers.
Showing pressure outside and inside. St. Xavier will bring everybody. Haley looking to the outside, trying to find a block, just cannot get to where he needs to go. No gain, 4th down and 2. I imagine Brian Mayday will come back on to punt it away here.
Well, Coach McEwen called an all-out blitz that time and slowed Keenan down in the backfield, but he able to make a guy. What we got?
Another injury down there right in front of our sideline. St. Francis has seen its fair share of injuries here. And it's right where Keenan went down. Nice sportsmanship by some of the Cougars to come and check on him, and hard to exactly see.
That might be a Cougar that's injured.
You might be right. Hard
to see with the players stand around, but.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you're right. It's a silver pants. So one of the tacklers there, slow to get up here on the St. Francis side. And you see some of the St. Francis players here on your screen getting stretched out because of cramps. So that 80-degree weather taking its toll.
It is.
That's Gavin Day. No, let's see. Actually, we got Gavin Day on the track getting stretched out. And that is Jake Friddle, the tight end, getting stretched out. That's Ron Carroll. He's one of their stalwarts in the secondary. That's a big loss if he can't go for St. Xavier. He's a big part of that defense. He has 35 tackles. He's their 2nd leading tackler. A couple of interceptions this year as well. So big loss if he can't go for St. X.
Well, when the trainer's got his helmet in his hand, it's usually, hopefully he's all right. Maybe he just cramped up or something, but he's walking awful slow.
The last couple of games we've played together have been later in the year and not ideal conditions.
Well, I'll tell you, Keenan did a great job of making the first guy miss, but it forced him to bounce out, and, he's a load to tackle. And felt the brunt of that one there.
Mayday on to punt for St. Francis. Pringle standing back at his 28. I'm just going to reiterate this one more time. Do not kick it to Justin Pringle. Snap is low, skipped into his hands. Nice job by Brian to get that one off. Angles right to Justin. Middle return outside.
Great coverage.
Tackled nicely. Making the stick on the play for St. Francis. Alan Richards, a redshirt freshman from Wilmington. Friddle was there for help as well.
Yeah, excellent coverage. I think the snap may have forced the punter to just get it off. He couldn't directionally. Got it off, and that was excellent coverage by the Saints.
Down again, catching up with some St. Francis alumni here, and that is Mr. Pat Stroja, I believe. What's going on there, sir? How are we today?
Pretty good. Just hoping we get a good defensive stop here and get that offense to score that next touchdown.
We'll talk to you here in just a second. Let's get this play here on 1st down for St. Xavier. Looks like Venerable left of Ross, 4 wide receivers. Quinn motions left. Defense adjust. Here's Ross looking to throw. Plenty of time this time, but has to roll. Stroja chasing him down. Would have been nice. Oh, we might get a flag there. No flag on the late hit, and it does go incomplete. So your kid here playing pretty good defensive end for us, man. He's been a force up there. How fun is it to watch him from up here after you wore the brown and gold?
Little nerve-wracking. I got to be honest. We got to tighten up on defense and get that offense to get a couple scores. We got to take this one.
Well, Pat, nobody was more intense player than you were back in the day. You were here at the infancy of the program, and matter of fact, you played with Coach Fenmas, didn't you? And,
I did, sir.
So it's quite a reunion with everybody. It's great to see your son playing so well, just like his dad did.
Oh, there you go.
Venerable style.
There we go. We get ball.
Saints ball, baby.
I don't know who knocked it out, but Pat Stroja says we have it, but they're going to say it was down. Looks like the officials say it was down. St. Xavier will keep it. Oh, that would have been great.
It would have been. We just got to stop him here.
You want to just come up here to the booth, man? We could use another color guy. I mean,
no, here we go. We're gonna get a sack here.
Let's keep an eye on 99 down there, Mr. Pat Stroja Jr. He's the left defensive end, so that was enough for a first down. It does move the chains up to the 40-yard line. Just tell your friends over there to not curse for us, okay?
I'll tell him. He's also alum.
Sweep. Oh, Scott Tumulty levels the ball carrier, Gunderdorf. Oh, my goodness. It is a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Boy, Pat, the defensive line did a nice job stringing that out, didn't they?
They did.
And set it up for the safeties to come up and make the play. Look at how they strung it out here. We're looking at the replay, Pat. They strung it out nice, and here comes Tumulty.
All right, we need a sack here.
All right, let's see if we can get
5 wide.
St. Francis will rush 3. Stewart.
Crossing route.
Down the middle of the field. It is tipped out by Scott Tumulty to bring up 3rd down and 7. The secondary's been phenomenal today. Well, Pat, it's been great talking to you, man. We'll let you go and cheer on your boy, all right?
Well, thanks for having me. You guys have a great time in the box, and hopefully we can bring a victory home.
Yes. All right. Great seeing you, Pat.
Nice
Thanks.
seeing you. Bye-bye.
Pat Stroja here, like you said, in the start of the program, playing with Feminist. And now his kid wearing the brown and gold. How about that?
Yes.
Here we go. On 3rd down and 7, they're going to run it with Shavers.
Right on cue there.
And the ball comes out again. It is loose. Who's going to pick it up?
Oh.
St. Xavier dives on it back at the 30, but it's going to bring up 4th down and 19. The second fumble of the series, but St. Xavier has gobbled both of them up. I was really pulling for a Stroja play there. That would have been fantastic.
I think he was involved in that. The fumble. Nope, that was 94.
St. Francis couldn't quite hop on it. The only thing that's going to cost him is yardage, likely.
That was Holman that was in there forcing that.
Is Pat Stroja just like invested in the game or what?
It's when you're a father and you're watching the game.
I love it.
You know, after being a former, at least as a player, you have some control.
Nearly blocked. And it takes a St. Xavier bounce. Scotty wisely will let that roll inside the 25.
As a dad, you're pacing, you're nervous, you know. There's no control.
I love it.
It's hard on mom, too, you know. She's just making sure he gets up after every play. He's all right. Dad's like, you know, make a play here. They got the ball. That was a great play the defense made to create a 4th and long. And now let's see if the offense can move the ball down here in the last 3 minutes of the quarter.
I believe we have Cam's, I assume, family watching on our YouTube live broadcast from a boat. Living the good life down there. So the Holman's representing as well. Nice play by Cam there on that play.
Yes.
Let's see if the offense can make something happen. Both offensives have been stagnant with 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Gavin Day, 3-yard run on 1st down up to the 27.
Yeah, that was that where they slid the tight end again and ran the lead right up. Trying to follow tight end up the guy. I'm really impressed with the way the St. Xavier front 4 are playing right now. They are getting pretty physical with the Saints offensive line, and there's not much running room inside like it was earlier in the first half.
Ron Carroll on his knee again. He was the one who was injured on that Keenan Haley run to the St. Francis bench, and he's trying to figure out something with his leg, I think. It's a warm one today. I know it's technically fall, but definitely summer-like conditions here at the stadium today. 3:09 to go in the 3rd quarter, by the way. Still tied at 14. Who wants it more? Here we go. Tumulty in the gun. Day left hip. Dezion Jordan hasn't had a catch today. He's wide right here on 2nd down and 7. Blitz coming again. Sam's going to have to get rid of it. He does to the right. Wide open is Joey Tumulty at the 45. Spinning at the 40. Breaks free again. Look at Joey Tumulty go to the 10. Makes another one miss. Joey Tumulty to the house. Touchdown, St. Francis. That was all the freshman Joey Tumulty. A perfect ball. And holy cow, with the yards after catch, an unreal catch and run from the freshman Tumulty. Holy smokes.
Wow. Unbelievable. Human highlight reel right there. That was an amazing run after catch. How did he get so wide open?
In true Tumulty fashion, just refused to go down and refused to go out of bounds.
Wow.
A game-changing play from Sam to Joey with 2:42 to go.
He showed his speed, and then he showed his elusiveness and breaking all those tackles down by the goal line. Wow. He is fun to watch.
All of them. Every single one of them. The drive goes 51 seconds, 2 plays, 77 yards, 73-yard strike.
Another guy hurt there, too, for St. Xavier. That's Terry Elias.
Longest reception of the year. Watch Joey here. Breaks one tackle there on the sideline. Stays in bounds with the spin. And off to the right races. Des Jordan out there trying just to not commit a penalty.
That was a great no block there, wasn't it? Yeah.
Just don't mess it up. Just let him go. Unbelievable individual effort. Mayday puts it through, and it's Saints up by a touchdown. Holy cow.
There's a quick strike. There's the big play.
Well, now you know that they're going to be trying to do the same here. Keep an eye out for number 6, Justin Pringle. Number 80, Joey Tumulty, the true freshman, leading the team in receptions, in receiving yards.
And receiving excitement.
And now his 4th touchdown. He's the only St. Francis receiver with more than one. Also the longest pass play of the season by far. The longest was 54 before that 77-yard strike.
Doesn't it remind you of those New England Patriots slot receivers?
Yeah, absolutely.
Edelman and those guys. He's just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Mayday. Dump kick to the right side, keeping it out of number 6's hands. Return from the 25. Meanders up to the 30. And oof. Hit hard by Keemon Reese. Was he out of bounds? No, he was not. No flag on the play. He's going to make him think about the next one he wants to return.
Well, I'm telling you, St. Francis sure played physical, aren't they, this afternoon?
No doubt
They're getting
about it.
after it. These guys are hitting people.
What a play by Joey. Yeah, I didn't see the replay and see how he got so wide open, but he made about 5 Cougars miss on his way to the end zone.
Yeah, I didn't see it on the replay either. I guess it was probably a wheel route with him, or I don't know how he got so wide open out there.
Here we go. It's Venerable. I take that back.
Left side again.
Yeah.
They like that left side, the Cougars do.
Let's go ahead and take a look again to that, like you said, human highlight. Yeah, we couldn't really see the coverage, but nobody guarded number 80. Made 1 miss, 2 on the spin. The end of this, we're going to look back. Is he going to catch us? Oh, maybe.
This here.
Made 4.
Look at that.
A couple Cougars collide. And end zone. Unreal run. Second down carry is going to go for a first down. Needed 4, got 5.
Same play, a little outside zone.
Yeah, Jesse
the short
Plunkett.
side of the field, left side. And they're staying with that. They pulled the little counter play. They pulled or sweep play. They pulled both guards on that one. Little Packer sweep.
Plunkett again. Nice job by T.J. Neal. There to stuff the hole. Also there to put a stop to it, Curtis Reeves, the redshirt freshman nose guard out of Walter Christian.
Yeah, nice job.
Oh, another Saint down. If that's Matt Perry, that's a huge loss. I don't even know if he was involved in the play. It is Matt Perry. Hopefully just taking a rest. Training staff going to go out and check on him. Oh, he popped right back up. That's great news because he's a transfer from Trinity International. Had 2 interceptions in the same game against Lawrence Tech. And has just been phenomenal on the outside. 21 tackles, which is tied for first. 2 interceptions. I said Lawrence Tech. It was against St. Francis, Indiana. He has a sack and a half as well from his cornerback spot. So he's been the corner with size, and Kwaku Api has been the corner with speed on the outside. So some nice additions to the secondary. He's a big part of why the secondary has been so formidable today. Uh-oh. It might be a concussion situation as we look down there. Screen pass left side. Big hit out of bounds. Pushing and shoving.
Yeah, a little quick screen pass, picking up 6 yards. That's part of their running game at St. Xavier. Those screen passes, get the ball out quick.
Derek,
good athlete.
Derek Maticek down there working the camera. Nice to see you, buddy. Third down. Stuart Ross in the pistol. 3 wide receivers right. They're trying to draw him off.
So he's changing the play or the protection.
10 on the play clock. Everything changing for St. Xavier. He's going to bring up the running back to his left hip. St. Francis will rush 3. Here comes a late blitz 4. They get inside. They flush him out. He throws on the run, and incomplete. Thought there might have been a flag there. There's just a shadow of a hold, and it's incomplete.
Well, I'm telling you, St. Francis is their front 3. Their linemen are doing an excellent job in their pass rush. That was a change-up in protection. He tried to move the back over to pick up. They had a blitz coming from that side.
Jalen Cooper needing to get stretched out again as
well. They brought 4 guys that time. They cheated the back over to pick it up, but look at the great push up the middle there.
Good job by Reeves.
Excellent.
Here we go, 4th down. They're going for it. Pressure up the middle. Throws it sidearm. It is. If that's complete, that's a heck of a catch. It is. What a catch on the sidearm throw from Ross to move the chains on 4th down. Kyle Quinn again, who's been their best receiver today.
That's a heck of a throw by Ross, too, to get that ball off because he had it right in his face. It was a blitz. I'm not sure it was. It might have been Elias in there that came up the middle. Got another guy down.
Kyle Quinn, the guy who just caught the ball. We have a timeout. There's the horn to end our third quarter. We'll take a little break here as well from the stadium. A big strike, 77 yards from Sam to Joey Tumulty, the only score of that third quarter, and that gives the Saints a touchdown lead as we go to the final 15 of the USF Sports Network.
It's a small school, but it's mighty in that it changes your life when you go here.
The experiences that I gained and the life lessons that I learned while I was here are something that I continue to carry with me.
I'm proud to hold 4 degrees from the university. I wouldn't have gone back time and time again if I didn't think that this was a quality education.
No matter where you are in life, with the right people, the right school, and the right support, you can do anything.
Your career is limitless after you go to the University of St. Francis.
As we switch sides here, we take a look at some of the numbers for St. Francis. 45 plays, 261 yards, holding St. Xavier to 51 plays and 234 yards. For St. Francis, Sam Tumulty through the air, 9 for 13. 139 yards and a touchdown. Been sacked once, no picks. On the ground, Sam Tumulty, 15 carries, 66 yards. And 2 touchdowns. Joey Tumulty, his favorite target, 4 catches, 113 and 1. Officially a 73-yard touchdown. Here we go, first down. After the 4th down pickup, Amari Venerable on the counter. Makes it to the second level, up to the 26. He picks up 5 on first down. Underway here in our fourth quarter.
Well, I love how physical the Saints are playing. But their safeties, secondary coming up, tackling well. Boy, they're fighting out there. Both teams.
Yeah, they are.
Great effort today.
Second down and 5 for Ross.
Wow, what tackling.
Pringle motions. He gets the pitch. Justin Pringle spun down. Nice job by Keemon Reese to limit that to a 2-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, look at these guys, how they get off their blocks. They blow up their blocks, and then they're in great position to corral Pringle, and then they make the tackle. Just very smart defense, very physical defense. Watch here. Look at them blow up their blocks, and they're both right there to make the play. Great technique by the secondary in their tackling and defending the short.
3rd and 2, counter to Venerable. He'll pick up another first down through a huge hole to the right side of that offensive line to move the chains again for the Cougars.
They're attacking that short side of the field. They're getting that seal there and able to put Venerable run right up. There's the motion go one way. There's the pull, the counter play. And they're doing a great job. That counter play's been their best running play all day.
Sweep again to Quinn. Cuts it up inside. Look at the room for Kyle Quinn to run. He'll pick up about 8 before he's wrapped up by Scott Tumulty. No, he actually dove forward for another couple of yards, and that is going to be a first down, I think.
Getting made a cutback. We might have pursued that a little bit.
Yep, first down and goal for St. Xavier at the 6th timeout called by St. Francis. Big play here. I keep saying, what a cliche, right? Every single play this game is a big play. Every single one.
Yes.
Especially with what's on the line, not just historically, but moving forward through this season. Whoever can win this game really holds their fate in their hands. And St. Francis has a couple of tough games after this, too. So even if they win, they got to get past Roosevelt. They got to get past Olivet Nazarene, who are having great seasons for themselves.
Well, I tell you what, they're playing excellent out there today. And let's see them toughen up down here in the red zone. You know, I'm concerned about the way they're running the ball into the boundary on that counter play. And on this last play, it actually was designed to go outside, but I think we over-pursued a little bit, and he was able to cut back against the grain and pick up a first down. But, boy, if we could hold them here to a field goal, that would be a great, great victory for the defense.
I believe we have someone down on the field we can visit with again as well. We might have to wait till the how about we just wait till this drive is over? Can we do that? Yeah, sound good? All right. First down and goal for St. Xavier. Stuart Ross will take the snap and the give. Plunkett hit by Scott Tumulty. No gain on the play. Nice hit by Scotty from his safety spot.
Boy, he reads so well. You know, they got 3 receivers to try and stretch him out, but Scotty, as soon as he saw that quarterback turn to hand the ball off, he read the handoff, and he was at the line of scrimmage right now.
Second and goal for the Cougars. They settled for a field goal last time they were down here and missed the try, but Venerable with a nice run to the 2-yard line. Third down and goal from the 2 coming up.
There they are running right again. They pulled 2 linemen, had a lead block. It was like a power play off to the right. Got good yardage, but this is the down right here. See if we can make a stop right here.
Third and goal play. Venerable on the ground. No, sir.
Decision time.
Yes, it is. I mean, how do you not go for it?
He's going for it.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
I believe it's 4th down. Yeah, the down marker was behind a bit. 4th and goal here for the Cougars.
Bringing in a jumbo package. Bringing in some
Look at
big
those
bodies.
boys. All right, this is where your conditioning and weight room sessions come into play here. Get your hands off your hips because it's time to play here. 4th down and goal at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, they brought all the big guys in.
Venerable, this is a wildcat. Venerable will run it. He's going to keep it. Tripped and in. He trips and falls. He was hit at the point of attack but fell over the goal line just enough to put 6 more on the board for the Cougars.
God, Cooper came off the edge, tripped him up, and almost made play the game in the backfield there, but Venerable's ever to keep his feet. Look at Cooper coming here. Look at him come underneath the block. Oh, right there.
Able to keep his feet under him just long enough to fall over the line. What a ball game. Snap is a good one. Kick is on the way. Looks good from here, and it is. We are tied up again with 11:22 to go in the fourth quarter. I believe we have another one of our alumni down somewhere waiting for us. Oh, Derek. Is that who we're talking to? Where's he at? Where's Derek Matichek at? Hey, Derek. There he is. Played with Coach Curry for St. Francis. His brother-in-law is actually Bill McKeon, the defensive coordinator across the way. And he actually played for you, didn't you?
Hey, Derek played for me. Derek was the most relentless defensive lineman we ever had.
Wow, for JCA, that says a lot.
He would chase anybody down. I remember him forcing a big fumble in the 99 state championship.
I remember that.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Old 42, man, number 42.
Oh, yeah.
Get after it. Your brother had a great career with us as well, both of you.
Yeah, that's us.
And then your brother-in-law, Billy, who's coaching over there at St. Xavier.
Yeah, next door.
And here you are doing a great job of covering the game, Derek.
Oh, I appreciate it, guys.
All right, great talking to you. Now get back to work, will you?
I know, right?
No, it's awesome, man. Having alumni not only be a part of this program, but a part of the broadcast is a lot of fun, man. You do some great work. We appreciate having you, man.
Oh, yeah, I love it every minute.
Derek's the best. His production is outstanding.
Oh, yeah.
Keep up the good work, kid.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, by the way, he does wedding videos as well if you'd like to.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that kickoff went out of bounds, by the way, so St. Francis will get an extra 15. Thanks, Derek, man.
No problem.
Happy homecoming to you, buddy.
All right, you too, guys.
Look at that. I know our producers up here are trying to tell me who we had. I'm like, who are you talking about? I'm like, oh, Derek, of course. Our on-field camera guy.
I don't know if anybody worked harder in practice than he did. In his whole life, he's always been someone that's always there, gives his best. And he was a joy to coach, and along with his younger brother, and then along with Billy McKeown, who was an all-state player for us and All-American at St. Xavier. But, yeah, Derek does a great job with the camera.
Hire him from all your wedding video needs. Derek Matichek. Just search Derek Matichek on Google. So the penalty on the kickoff will give the St. Francis Saints the ball at the 35, looking to break this tie with 11:20 to go. Joey Tumulty motions right. Give today on the counter. They saw that one coming a mile away. It was stopped by Jabari Anderson, the DN.
I don't know what happened at halftime, but St. Xavier's front is playing the best football of the day this second half. Look at the penetration we got there. 88's up in there. We had no chance of that play getting started. They're getting off the ball. They're playing physical up front.
Second down and 16 after the loss, back to the 29.
Tumblety time.
Yes, it is. Sam's in the gun, has Haley left hip, 3 wideouts right. Joey is slot right. Looking to throw, steps up from the pocket. No one's covering the quarterback. He's going to pick up a first down with his legs and more. Tight ropes all the way to the 40-yard line. Tumulty time indeed with a field-flipping run from the star quarterback for the Brown and Gold.
That's what you worry about when you're trying to defend Sam Tumulty, because he can turn a pass play into a big chunk run play. Right there. There's nobody. Ain't nobody can catch him. He's down that sideline. Great speed. Great awareness, and when they had coverage run off, he's able to make big plays with his feet.
28 yards, first down for St. Francis, up to the 43 of St. Xavier. We're tied up. Sam's going to call his own number again. Did his best to get back to the 41 and pick up 2. Second down and 8.
Yeah, that's their favorite formation with the 2 tight ends into the boundary, and they made the fake to Keenan, and the quarterback keep it on a counter play back to the right. But again, the front line of St. Xavier is really, they're creating stalemates inside and not getting, and St. Francis isn't getting the push they were getting earlier in the day.
Second and 8 here at the 41 for St. Francis. Tumulty in the gun again. Des Jordan wide right, 2 deep safeties. 4 linemen. They're going to rush 4. Sam has to step up again. Pressure coming. Up to the 41, so he'll pick up, or 39 rather, he'll pick up 2, and he paid for it at the end of that one.
That time the weak linebacker Fitzgerald was spying on Tumulty. They always have one of their linebackers stay in the middle of the field there to spy Sam. See, there's 43 steps up, and they're trying to keep him under control. But that takes a guy out of coverage to play spy, or takes a guy out of blitzing to play spy.
3rd and 6, big third down.
Coach McEwen.
Tight end right. Sam needs protection, not going to get it. He's in trouble, down he goes, back to the 42. He's going to lose 3. 4th down. I imagine they're just going to give Brian a chance to pin him in the corner here.
Well, there's that sack-leading defense right there, getting that pressure again. I see why they're one of the top. Look at the push they're getting up the middle, coming off the edge, getting off their blocks. Very well taught, very fundamentally sound, that front 4.
Second sack of the game for that St. Xavier defensive front. Brian Madej on. They're going to try, well, I thought they might try to block it, but St. Xavier is ready for the fake. They got their punter back to fair catch it. Nice punt, right? Just keep it out of the end zone. It'll be great. Oh, beauty. Beauty from Brian Madej. Stop walking. Stop walking. He's still going. They're going to put it at the 10. That's a beautiful punt from Brian.
That is such a great weapon to have, a punter that can directional kick like that with that accuracy. It forces you to go 90 yards. You know, it's to have a player like that, he could really change the course of a game. It gets back again how important special teams are in a big game like this.
$21-all. Under 8 minutes to go in the game. You imagine you might get one more possession if you're St. Francis here, right? Unless the defense can get one for you here.
Here they are, 4 wide receivers and the pistol.
The give. Inside run. Nice tackle up front. It was the redshirt freshman, again, Plunkett. I'm sorry, the junior Plunkett. Picks up just 2.
So impressed with the tackling by our secondary and our linebackers.
Looks like Plunkett a little bit slow to get up. Imagine it's a cramp. I think half the players who've seen the field today have cramped up.
Yeah, it's warm down there in their field. We were walking it before the game, and you could feel the heat coming off that surface.
Yeah, and I know it's a green grass, but they got all those black rubber pellets that heat up in that direct sun. You'll see this play again. Nice job by, was that Reese, I believe, in there? Blowing that play up.
Boy, they read so well, the run game, and they're right there. Read and react so fast.
Keemon Reese having a great day defensively. 12 tackles to lead the game. One for a loss. Leading tackler is Elias for St. Xavier with 9. Inside run again. St. Francis up to the task. Only about 3 yards there.
Yeah, just running straight dives right up the middle. Second
Cam
or
Holman.
third and short. I would expect to see a little play action, but a fake of Venerable up the middle and come off and throw one of those crossing routes. That's always been a signature play for the
Kwaku Apia doing a great job on Justin Pringle, and we haven't seen a big play from him. I'll knock on wood, don't worry. Inside run again. Stopped right away, but a nice spin move by Venerable. That's going to be enough for a first down. That's an individual effort by Amari Venerable to move the chains because he was stopped behind the line of scrimmage. I believe it was Mabutis, the first one there, but just a great run by Amari.
Well, it was well defended. It was just like you said, great individual effort. Spin move there, run through a tackle. The Saints had it covered, but a great run by Venerable was enough to get the first down.
That's the difference between your Lawrence Techs and your St. Xavier's. You make that tackle against lesser teams, but not here. Ross trying to go deep. He's going to have to roll right. No one's guarding him. He will run as far as he can before he's forced out of bounds at the 28. It's a pickup of 6, though. Nice job by Stuart Ross to use his legs.
Again, excellent zone coverage. You took away the crossing route that time. We got deep drop by our Logan inside and took away the route. They were looking to throw the ball over the middle. Excellent coverage. He's forced protection breaks down. He's forced to take off running. But he did get a good gain on that one to put him in second and medium.
3 wideouts right on the big side of the field. Pistol formation. Shavers looks to be the tailback, and he'll get the ball. Another nice inside run again. Look at Shavers go. Trying to rip the ball out, but Shavers still on his feet. Finally down at the 39. Big cheer from the St. Xavier sideline for that effort. Tavion Wells, the one who had to go low to finally stop that play. Keemon Reese a bit slow to get up now for St. Francis.
Mark Unul, who's the offensive coordinator for St. Xavier, also a graduate of St. Francis, played center here back in the late 80s, early 90s. He's got 2 running plays that he's staying with. They're running the power or counter into the boundary, and they're running that pistol dive play right up the middle. And he's the kind of guy that unless it's stopped, he's going to stay with it. And like I said earlier, we may see a little play action off that pistol dive play. It come off to try and throw the ball over the middle of the field.
You see across the way, Coach Feminist and company trying to get their team psyched up here for the final 5.5 minutes of play. Coach Fem, the only one not wearing red. He's the one in the gray with the red visor. Loves the visor look. Big fan of the visor look there from Fem.
Yeah, it looks like he just came off the golf carts, doesn't he?
He's a good golfer. I imagine you shot a round or 2 with him, right?
I haven't had a chance to golf. Played some softball with him back in the day. But his mind's going 100 miles an hour, man. He's a great job. He's really done a fantastic job with the program. Here we are in that pistol set again.
Getting on first down at the 39.
Motion to trips.
Shavers, I should say. Looking for a little hole, but he couldn't find it. Logan Johnson there to stop it and gain a 1 up to the 40. Keemon Reese back on the field for St. Francis.
Again, that's the first time I've seen him run outside with that pistol look. St. Francis defensive line, tremendous job of sliding, and look at them how they stretch the play out. And again, look at the secondary attacking, come up, great tackling. There's a good by Logan there. Good team defense that time. 5 wide.
3 down linemen, they will rush 3. Stuart Ross looking, plenty of time. Fires to the boundary, nobody there. He threw it away, and incomplete. 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Cougars. Great coverage yet again by the St. Francis secondary.
Oh, this zone coverage has been as good as I've seen. These guys are getting to their drop areas, and once they're there, it becomes almost like a matchup zone. Then you lock onto a guy that comes in your area, and they're not giving them anything. I mean, there is no one to throw the ball to. The Saints are just squashing all their routes and opportunity to throw the ball downfield.
St. Francis has 5 DBs strung across the first down line. Snap, they will rush 4. Now 5. Screen pass to Venerable, though. Great play call, but he's chopped down 2 yards shy. Nick Mabutis with a first down saving tackle.
It was an excellent call, but it looks like he got out ahead of his lineman on that, Nick. It looks like he got ahead of his lineman and wasn't able to use him as a block, and he's out in front of him, and a great tackle.
I think they're going to bring out a punt team here. Not even try to disguise it with an offensive set, but a Pringle punt or a Shavers punt. They're just going to put Pacelli out there. Averages 40 yards per punt, as long as 58 this year. 9 of them have been inside the 20. Let's see if he gives Scotty a chance here with under 4 minutes to go. He will. Scotty will go to the corner. Tough position, though. He's going to reverse field. He's going backward a bit. He's slowing down. He's out of steam. Gets back to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, there was a late hit there. This could be a target, too.
Another big penalty on St. Xavier. That'll be the 4th penalty on the Cougars. Over 50 yards of penalties. Let's see if we see it again here on the
That might be on Fitzgerald, one of their starting linebackers. He comes in and
Scotty just ran out of energy here.
He comes in here and Billy goes
right
he was
there.
Down,
That's
33, not 43.
33 One of the special teamers, Nico Uriarte. Called his name on special teams before.
That was really uncalled for there.
Yeah, that'll take the wind out of you at least.
Yeah. You don't like to see Scotty, exposed like that. The guy come in leading with his helmet.
Penalty gives St. Francis offense a bit of breathing room here up to the 26. Thank you very much. Sam has two running backs on his sides. He's going to keep it himself, looking, trying to find somewhere to go, and just nowhere. Looks like he got lit up there as well. Gain of a long 1 yard, so 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, they're looking to try and get Sam with a little lead blocker here. He's such a great runner that you could put it in his hands and try and drive this thing down there.
See number 57, Peyton Norton, the center, was called into action due to injury. The smallest of the offensive line, also the son of Ken Norton, one of the offensive and defensive line coaches here for St. Francis.
Looks like young Tumulty's in the backfield.
Snap. Sam, tried to check it down. He threw that one right into the ground. It was a forward pass, so it's going to go incomplete.
Never set his feet on that one. Tried to get it out there quick and didn't get his feet set and ended up throwing the dirt.
3rd down and 8.
So,
threw right at the feet of Joey.
His left foot was, that said, it was way wide open, and it forced him to just throw the ball down in the dirt.
3rd down here for St. Francis. They're inside their own 30. We're under 3 minutes to go. Tied at 21. St. Xavier's showing a little pressure. See if they bring any more. They're just going to rush 4. Sam steps up, looking downfield. Joey Tumulty with a huge catch at midfield to move the chains. They tried to hit Joey out of the backfield the play before. They send him in a pattern and hit him at midfield. 1st down, Saints.
Well, Joey is doing a great job of feeling the zone. He's run like a little post route, but sits down in the open window there. It allows his brother to connect with him. Excellent job at reading the zone and finding the open windows.
2:20 to go in the game. St. Francis driving. Sam's going to keep it inside. Carry. Nice job up to the 35. Ball comes out, but they're going to say he was down. Oh, man. Fumbles have been a thing for St. Francis this season. They've already given it to St. Xavier once on a lost fumble. We'll see it again here.
Well, this thing was...
Oh, yeah, he was
down.
It was down, yeah, for sure. So they give him 4. 2nd and 6. 46-yard line. Joey Tumulty, single coverage right. Des Jordan, wide left. 2 tight ends left. Handoff, Keenan. They keep trying to run him inside. Just not a lot of success there. Just 2, so 3rd down and 4.
A little bit of a push there to get us in 3rd down and manageable here. 3rd and 4, and there's so many things the Saints can do on this yardage. Be interesting to see what Coach McCarthy dials up here, but when you got number 2 handling the ball back there, there's so much you can do.
St. Francis averaging 5.7 yards per play. 55 carries, they're over 300 yards. 3rd down and 4 for St. Francis. So we are under 1 minute to play. In the air, and Hartsfield with the catch to move the chains. Jason Hartsfield's 2nd catch of the year. Could not come at a better time.
Don't hurry. I tell you, there's the athleticism of Sam Tumulty to be able to catch that ball, get his feet set, and make the throw. What an athlete.
50 seconds. Time is ticking. We are tied at 21. 1st down. Sam looking to throw again, looking left to the boundary for Jordan. It's caught out of bounds at the 34. Gain of 5 stops the clock at 38 seconds.
Great 2-minute drill we're running here, getting the quick outs, getting out of bounds. We're getting pretty close to field goal range here, aren't we, Nick?
Yes, sir. Brian Mayday has a leg. It hasn't been terribly accurate, though, from this distance. His longest, I believe, is a 48-yarder. Here's 2nd and 5. Keenan on the sweep. They smelled it coming. He's lucky to get back to the original line of scrimmage, stops the clock, 3rd and 5.
Great effort to get out of bounds and stop the clock. That was the most important thing on that run. There was nothing there. They had it strung out. Get as much as you can, get out of bounds, save those timeouts.
Third down and 5.
Got 2 timeouts left, the Saints do. A little confusion out there, getting the play in.
Take a timeout if you need it.
Slide tight.
Throwing, he threw it low, but it's picked up by Friddle. Not enough for a first down, though. It's going to be 4th and 3. From the 32, you're looking at a 49-yarder if you want to try it for the lead. Or do you go for it on 4th and, they're going to say 4th and 3.
Sam throwing to the left has thrown the ball low a couple times there. Just trying to get the ball out quick, not quite set. But boy, went down and to shoe tops and made that catch.
Brian Madej made a 49-yarder back in 2020. That was his longest field goal, but they're going to go for it here on 4th and 3. Joey Tumulty is in the slot right. He's your most trusted receiver. They're going to throw to him on the post. Turning. Oh, he got turned around, and it's going to be a turnover on downs on 4th down with 27 seconds to go in the game.
Again, McCune brought a multiple blitz there in that situation. Had to force him to throw the ball quick. The route wasn't really developed yet.
He was one-on-one. That was the matchup you liked. Just a bit of miscommunication between the brothers on the play.
Couldn't get the ball to the outside, I believe, because of the pass rush.
And now here comes one of the more dangerous passing offenses in the conference, if not the nation.
They have all 3 timeouts remaining.
And 27 seconds to go. Scary situation here.
They have a pretty decent kicker as well.
Keep an eye on number 6. We haven't had a big play from Justin Pringle yet.
Saints have done a great job bottling him up.
Yes, they have.
It's a tremendous game plan Coach Miller had on stopping Pringle.
Here we go, Stuart Ross. They need a field goal to win the game. Pressure comes. He has to go up the middle.
There you go.
Down he goes at the 30. That's a loss of 2 on the sack. 3rd sack of the game for St. Francis. They're going to let the time roll here, not take a timeout. They must be
They're playing for overtime.
Overtime here, huh?
Well, who would have thought that we'd be in an overtime game today, huh?
Oh, my goodness. Hey, Coach, where else would you rather be?
Nowhere. Nowhere.
They're going to let it tick down. And, folks, for the second time in 3 years, St. Francis and St. Xavier are going to overtime.
What an amazing game. What effort by the coaching staff, the players. Players played their hearts out there. This has been a real joy to be a part of and to watch this game. We'll get the coin toss, find out who's going to take offense first, what side of the field they're going to go. The wind will have an effect. I bet teams will want to go into the north end zone to have that south wind behind them.
So 2 years ago, in 2021, it was November 13th to be exact, 26-20, St. Xavier won it in overtime. On their first offensive possession, I believe they stopped St. Francis first, and then Chavers on their first play. No, sorry, it was Amari Venerable had a 25-yard run on the first play of overtime to win the game. It did not last long 2 years ago in the final game of the season.
Well, I like the Saints' chances here with the 25-yard line. I mean, with Tumulties, Haley, our offensive line, they've done a lot of things in the red zone. In the past, they were good. You know, did a little scissor action, cross action with the running backs, hitting the back in the flat. They use their tight ends down there with the great play action where they show block and then leak out into the flat or slide over the middle. So the Saints have a good menu of plays that they like when they get down close to the red zone.
So they're going to take their time here as we await overtime. I love the format too. I love that each team gets the ball so much better than the old NFL, even better than the new NFL. Do you have any overtime memories?
We've had a lot of overtime. In high school, a little easier because you start at the 10, you know, and you only get 4 plays. So it's more of goal line type than red zone, you know. But, yeah, it's we've had our share of overtime games. Some great wins, I know, is in overtime.
Finn Brandon and Mike Johnson will meet at at midfield for the overtime coin flip. Referee will explain the situation. St. Francis won. They chose defense first. Finn Brandon, not exactly sure what side of the field he wants to defend yet.
I would say go to the north. Yeah, you want to head to the north, get that southern wind. Both teams would want that.
Yeah, there's not too much wind. There's a bit of a southern wind, more of a crosswind than anything else. And here we go. So the Cougars get the ball first. St. Francis will put it into their hands of their defense behind their captain, number 52.
I like the fact that the Saints are going to put their defense out first, because then you have a good idea. Do they hold them? Do they hold them to field goal? Do they shut them down? You know, if they score a touchdown, you know exactly what you want to do on offense then. But the way the defense has played down in the red zone all year, I like seeing us start out with D.
Just to give you an idea how even this game has been, take a look at the passing and rushing numbers. For St. Francis through the air, 173, on the ground, 153. St. Xavier through the air, 132, on the ground, 167.
Both teams balanced, playing. It's just been a fun, outstanding football game.
That's not good, because Mike Johnson, the starting defensive tackle who just did the coin flip, is getting stretched out for a cramp right now. He's not on the field. Here's Stuart Ross to throw. First play of overtime, going to the end zone, and it is caught.
What a catch.
Jalen Cooper rose up to try to knock it away, could not reach it. Touchdown, Xavier.
They had him covered high, low. He dropped the ball in the only spot he could drop it, and then a tremendous catch. The Saints had that play covered, but what an individual effort by the quarterback and by Pringle. Haven't heard from him all day, and there he is right there.
Was that Pringle?
Yeah, I believe it was. Look at him get up. Look at that.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Grant Hickson. His 3rd touchdown of the season.
That was a great pass, great catch.
His first catch of the game for Grant Hickson.
That's a tough one.
Just like 2 years ago in the last overtime game. First play from scrimmage and overtime, touchdown. It was Amari Venerable on the ground 2 years ago, and now it's Hickson through the air.
I thought the Saints had that well covered.
They did. They did.
It was just a great play by the Cougars, yeah.
Jalen Cooper right there. He leapt up. Looked like he timed it right. I thought he was going to tip it, but.
I mean, to drop it in there and not throw it out of the back of the end zone. It's a Joe Montana pass right there, man. Dwight Clark just threw it in the back of the end zone, went up and got it.
Here we go.
Good block.
On the way. They did not get the block. That one's through. One play, 7 points for the Cougars, and now it's up to St. Francis.
All right.
Can they match them?
All right, Sam. Here we go. This is why you play the game. Moments like this.
I feel for Mike Johnson right now. The captain of that defense could not play in that overtime, still getting stretched out.
Well, let's knock this in and extend it to a second overtime here.
He's in some pain, too. My goodness. He is cramping all over the place.
Yeah, those calves lock up like that. It's not fun.
Hopefully they can get him some help on those cramps. The offense has some work to do here from the 25-yard line. Here we go. It's your ball game. And you hate to think it's your season with so much further to go, but you got to have that in the back of your mind, too. Here's Sam Tumulty. Looking right, nothing there. Downfield, looking for his brother. He overshot him, picked, intercepted. Ball game over. St. Francis had him where they wanted him. But the big Cougar on the backs of the Saints remains. What a ball game.
I feel for the Saints. They played their hearts out today. Their effort was excellent. The game plan was excellent. They played as well a game as they could play.
Heartbreak here for the Saints today. Played their best game and exactly when you needed it.
You know, it's so hard to just get over that hump. You know, you're right there the last few years, how close they've been. And it stings, but there's a lot of football left to be played.
Yep.
This is only their first loss. You know, they got a great chance of getting the playoffs and maybe, who knows, run into this St. Xavier team again. But they still could control their destiny here.
Well, they do need St. Xavier to lose now.
Well, for a conference championship.
For conference, right.
If they finish, they might be able to be an at-large team.
Correct. Yep, they would need to be ranked in the top 20. They would need to definitely make some noise against some of those good teams, those Olivettes, those Roosevelts. You can't have those be close games anymore.
Well, I can't think of anyone that's more deserving of a top 20 position at this point of the season anyway than the Saints.
Yeah.
That was one heck of a game.
This one will knock them down a little bit. They might even just flip. You know, St. Xavier ranked 16th in the nation right now, so they're going to bump up. St. Francis ranked 13. They'll go down a tick. But, man, it's another classic chapter of this story between St. Francis and St. Xavier. We've talked all game long about all the personnel that have crossed from Francis to Xavier in different capacities. So it's a fun story to watch. And again, for the 17th time in a row, it goes St. Xavier's way. This is the 9th game in the last 11 that have been decided by under a touchdown.
Well,
it's close every game.
I know Coach Curry will get these guys ready. This is all the part of the adversity you got to get through. You know, they had a great start, 4 in a row. This was a tough setback, but I know those guys will bounce back next practice when they look at film and get ready for the next week. It stings now, but the great thing is you got another game next week, and you can forget this one and get on to the next one. And they should be proud of the way they played today. They played an outstanding game.
Yeah, St. Xavier's going to wind up in the top 10 at least. So
yeah,
you know you're that good. You're at that level. You're one of the top tier, maybe second tier of this NAIA, and that's saying something with all the good teams that there are. It doesn't get much easier for St. Francis next week. They go to Roosevelt, who's having a pretty good year. They have one of the top rushers in the country. Then they got Judson, Ambrose, Olivet, and then Judson again for St. Xavier. It gets tougher for them. Well, actually, next week they got Judson, but the week after that they're at home against Saginaw Valley State, a Division II squad, before they wrap up with St. Ambrose, Olivet, and Roosevelt. So you're going to be rooting a little bit for the Tigers and the Lakers when they take on St. Xavier. But St. Xavier just they do St. Xavier things. They come in, they compete as hard as anybody, and they make plays when it counts, and it's the passing game that is usually the one that does it. Kyle Quinn with a big play in overtime to score it, and an interception to end it for St. Francis. We will wait just a few minutes to see if we can get a few moments with head coach Joe Curry. And what I want to ask him, too, is like, we can go through the history, and that's not what's important, but what is important, you just gave a top 10 team everything they could handle and more.
Yeah, and I think the difference in the second half was the play of St. Xavier's defensive line when they came out. They did a good job against the run. They put pressure on Tumulty. Even that last throw there, they were right there in his face again. He had to step up and try and make a play. So I thought the big difference in the second half was the play of St. Xavier's front. They played an outstanding second half.
St. Francis outgained St. Xavier by 2 yards. There's 326 total yards for St. Francis, 324 for St. Xavier. The Cougars put up 157 through the air, 167 on the ground. St. Francis passed for 173, ran for 153. Everything is about as even as you can possibly make it. And now, like you said, when you lose a game that you've been looking forward to for so long, a game that was winnable at the end, and now it's all about the message to your team. It's about forgetting it and moving on. You got to have a short memory. If you ever seen what's the soccer TV show? Now I'm having a brain fart. Help me out here, Brendan.
Wrexham?
Yeah, kind of. It's the
Laszlo.
What's it? Ted Lasso. Of course, you have to be a goldfish, right? You got to have the memory of a goldfish. He has the shortest memory of any animal on earth. You have to have a goldfish memory. So
Well, I
I
have a memory of a goldfish. It's not a real good thing at my age.
It's not on purpose for you, right?
No, it's not. But a positive is that they played. Last year, that's how the season ended,
Yeah.
Now they got a game. They got another game coming up.
What would you rather have? Would you rather have like a game for the conference title at the very end of the year, or are you glad that you had St. Xavier early for a chance to play more games?
No, I think this time of year is great because you're going to get, better weather. You get a game like this. You may catch them. Last year St. Xavier got kind of out of roll at the end, But I don't think it matters too much because if you make the playoffs, that's the last game is going to be a big game too. So playing St. Xavier at the end of the year. But I like the fact that you're playing them in the conference opener, and you're showing the country, the NAIA schools in the country, how good these two teams are in this league. And I really don't think this is going to hurt St. Francis too much in the standings, and they'll be able to improve throughout. And
Yep.
the only thing you really consider, you hope everybody comes out healthy, and because like you said, you got a tough one at Roosevelt next week. But this was a great test for the Saints and a lot of positives.
So many.
Nick, so many positives in this game.
Let's go down to Coach Joe Curry on the sideline. Coach, we appreciate your time. Had them right where you wanted them. Obviously didn't go your way. What was your message to your team there in the huddle?
Well, a lot of our guys believe that this is a be-all, end-all of our season. And yeah, I get it. It's an emotional game, and we, want to win these ones, especially this one. But at the end of the day, we're ranked 13th in the country. We go 9-1, we'll see them again. We'll make the playoffs. So that was my message, and I just told them they're still a hell of a football team. I don't care what, the outcome was today. They battled hard. I saw guys coming off puking, cramping, whatever, come back in and give us plays, and they gave everything they had. I couldn't ask for anything more out of the guys as a coach.
Well, Joe, what you're saying is the exact same thing that we were talking about up here in the booth, that the fact that you got another game coming up, these guys played an unbelievable football game today. The effort, they battled, the execution. I mean, these are two great football teams. And there's no doubt, you are a top 15 team in this nation. There's no doubt by the way you played today. So I know you'll have the guys ready. It's good the fact that you have another game coming up because you can put this one behind you right now and get those guys ready. So your message is something that I really appreciate and respect. And
Thank you.
And I know it's going to be tough for a night, but you'll have those guys ready.
Yeah, I have no doubt in our team. I told them, I said, this is still one of the best football teams I've ever coached, regardless of what happened today. We got guys who are fighters. We got guys who do anything we ask them to do. Do we need to execute better? Yeah, and that's the other thing I told the team. There were certain plays here and there where, we did things that we haven't done all year. We blew some coverages, particularly in the first half, and they made some plays too. So you got to give them some credit. But we got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot in big games, and every coach says that. Don't get me wrong. When you lose, it's let's stop shooting ourselves in the foot. But I thought the fumble in the red zone and blowing a coverage down in the end zone. I thought those were big plays that ended up coming back and giving them life. And I tried to, after we scored again, we had them for some specific things on defense, and we just couldn't get the stop that we wanted. We gave up. I believe it was, you guys had your third down stat before the game, and they scored 2 third-and-long touchdowns, 3rd and 8 and 3rd and 7. That's why I told you I think stats are terrible sometimes. But those are things we haven't done all year either. We've been really good on third down defensively, and we have to correct those things because, in games like this, that's what ends up, rearing it one way or the other, positive or negative. And it's never one play. But you stack 5, 6, 7 of those on top of each other, and then it's a one-score game, and then you look back and say, hey, well, what could we have done better? And I think that those are some things.
Yep, you nailed it on the head there. It's a big emotional game sometimes, but you take that away, you got more games to play, and hopefully we'll see them down the road. We appreciate you, Coach.
Yep, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Great job, Joe.
Right.
Good luck next week.
Coach Joe Curry, kind enough to give us a bit of time after a tough loss there. I know Mike Johnson was unavailable as he was working a cramp there to get on the defensive side. Not sure it would have mattered. Stuart Ross threw a strike, and that pass from Sam Tumulty ended up in the wrong hand. So just it's a play here and there that busted coverage like he was talking about with Pringle standing in the back of the end zone. came back to bite them as well. But just another classic St. Xavier, St. Francis game. And again, it's one touchdown difference. It's that close every single year for the past decade. It's been like that. St. Francis just unable to get over the hump, whether it's there or here. But like you said, just one game of many here this season. Hopefully we'll see him again.
Yep. There's not a more gracious person in the world than Joe. I mean, just listen to his interview right there. You could tell why this program is on the upward swing and how successful he's being. He loves these kids. He's going to have them ready for the next game. They made mistakes. They're going to correct them. There's a lot of positives to build on. But I think the future for the Saints is very bright, and it's because of Joe and his staff, too.
St. Francis will take their first loss of the conference, 0-1. St. Xavier wins their first one of the conference. They'll go up to the top. The conference schedule just started, so a lot of games to go, and anything can happen. St. Francis will be on the road again next week up in the Burbs, taking on Roosevelt. After that, it'll be Judson here at home. That's our next game that will bring you via the full TV broadcast. That'll be on October 14th to take on the Eagles of Judson. The last home game of the season will be taking on the Tigers, and hopefully that game's going to be a big one as well, seeing how things shake out. Just got to keep winning and put the pressure on St. Xavier to keep winning, too. That's really what it comes down to. Coach, appreciate your time today. Great job. It was fun once again, man. Appreciate you.
It was great. You're the best. You're the best in the business, man.
Thank you very much.
How's your back feel carrying me today?
Yeah.
You did pretty good solo the last few weeks.
Oh, it was nice to have you back. I'll say that. Thanks to Brendan and Jessica and Derek and everybody else. We appreciate all your hard work out here in the bright sunshine, too. We know it's hot, so thank you very much, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Saints fall again. They go to 4-1, but a long season ahead for this Saints team, ranked currently 13th in the country. We will talk to you again via the radio broadcast next week at Roosevelt and back at home with Johnson. Noon kickoff on the 14th. You can check out everything you need to know about Saints football and the entire St. Francis athletic program at GoFightingSaints.com. For everybody here up in the booth, my name is Nick. Have a great weekend, everybody.